I'm at Grace Church Road. I went to Waynesboro to bring this man down to this address, and now he's trying to force his way into a house. I'm afraid to move my vehicle. Just fighting in there.
It's inside the house now?
Yeah.
You have your doors locked?
It's open. I'm in a van.
You need to make yourself safe, okay? Even if you've got to drive away from there to get away from him and close that and lock that door. Do that for me now, please.
Okay, wait a minute.
Show up at the last second there. I look down and I'm like, oh, shoot. I see.
Hello, everyone.
Lewis is hiding. Oh, there's Lewis. See? Lewis is going with the theme of Kegan Klein tonight.
Sure.
That's what's happening, yep.
Lewis, I don't think you fill up quite as much of that cell as he would.
No. Just I went to visit and he's not here, so I don't know what to do.
Damn, and I told myself I was not going to make fun of his weight. I only made it like 3 seconds.
Right. Yeah. I know. Actually, Lacey, whenever you get here, let me know when you're in here, Lacey. Lacey, first of all, keeps trying to steal you away and just not going to have it, to be honest with you.
Hey, Lacey.
I guess we can, because she's not here yet, we can just pretend like you love her more or something. Lewis, how's Lewis doing?
Who's that? I can't see chat, so.
I'm saying, how's Lewis doing? And you're saying you can't see chat.
I thought you were reading a question in chat to me.
They have to drinks. All right. Okay. Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, I know. Tiring week for you, you said?
Yeah, it's been a long week.
Yeah. Yep. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I've been up to, and it's just like normally I would sneak in a nap somewhere, but I didn't today. And
yeah. You went and did a live. Good for you.
There was more. I spent 5 hours on the video. Then I said I was uploading it. Then my husband comes in to tell me, who's that? Whatever guy's name. Can't even think of it now. Something. And I was like, that's Rupert Fletcher. And he's like, no, that's an actor. So all because of one picture. And I was already waiting about an hour and a half, 2 hours for it to upload. I had to re-upload because of one small little picture. It was just the funniest thing because I never asked my husband about a thumbnail. And my husband happened to come home. I was like, hey, honey, what do you think of this thumbnail? He's like, why you got that actor guy on the thing? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Right? Like an idiot. And so I got to think of that actor's name because it's bugging me out. Ronnie Barker. So all because of Ronnie Barker on there. Shelly, Drunk Turkey Show.
Was Alexa on Drunk Turkey Show tonight?
No. She was on... Alexa was on Peace Not Never Silenced.
Shelly says Hi Peeps was watching Alexa on DTS. There you go.
I thought she said she was on okay, then I got confused because I thought
that's awesome.
So let me see here. I thought she had said she was going on Peace Not Silence.
Doesn't Daniel know that we own her?
Apparently not. And apparently Alexa doesn't know that either. Oh, so when she said Daniel, I thought she was talking about Never Silent. Because she said, because I said, are you going to be on the live tonight? And then she said, well, send me the link, and when it's over type of thing, I'll come on over. And I was like, well, no, if you don't. But I was thinking Daniel, because Daniel's name is Daniel from Never Silence. Where's Daniel? Big Blue? Come here, Big Blue. Where are you? So when you're saying that, it's just clicking in now. So, because I said to Alexa, well, he, meaning thinking it was Daniel, and I said, well, he probably just wants your expertise, right? Doesn't want us, Adam. Doesn't want us, Daniel. Doesn't want our expertise. Not that we have a lot, but we just wasn't want us. Ooh, that's Alexa. So now that you say it's Drunk Turkey Show, Danielle, give me that turkey back. No, just kidding. No, I
Alexa's over there sipping champagne right now.
Is that what she's doing? We should go spy on her. Yeah, we should go spy on her. No, the thing about Alexa or anyone that's a profiler in a sense, most people know that you're honored to have someone that's been a profiler that can talk about, especially someone that's worked in the criminal stuff and like that. And yes, Alexa comes on the show and does that, but Alexa's very much our friend first, and a profiler just happens to be. I remember actually when I remember Alexa when she kept saying like she would like to come on a live.
Do you remember? She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna come on a live. I'm gonna come on a live. I'm gonna come on a live." And we started to think she wasn't for real because it just the scheduling just never happened. And then we got to know her and we just fell in love with her. Yeah, that's awesome.
Although she knows every Fridays are usually booked with us.
She'll never talk to us again. She'll be like, "Sorry guys, I'm busy."
I don't know. How do you guys feel about this betrayal at its finest? No, I'm just in a little bit of shock because Daniel is peace not silenced. So I never even thought Daniel from the Drunk Turkey Show, right? So I'm just kind of going, wait, what? Oh yeah, his name's Daniel too. Anyways, you guys, hope you guys are doing good tonight. We're going to be getting into Delphi and Kegan Kline. And where is Lacey? I still don't see Lacey in the house. I don't even see Ray Jones. Where's Ray Jones? Anyways, my uncle gave me of those purple Crown Royal. Oh, Crown Royal. I love Crown Royal. Crown Royal is really good too. You know what? Maybe next time Daniel has a song on the Drunk Turkey Show. Maybe, I'm going to make him buy me some freaking Crown Royal.
I haven't talked to Daniel in a while. No.
Yeah, the other.
Go to profiler school.
Right? Lacey in DT.
Well, hell, you guys, sorry, we'll see you later then.
Should have just started our live later, apparently. Traitors. No, it doesn't matter. You know that they always come back at some point. Whenever somebody wants info, they'll be back. Or, you know what? So Daniel, Drunk Turkey Show, Daniel, Jaime, and Jamie. What did I just say that for? I didn't say Jamie. Daniel, Blue. Jaime, which a lot of people call Jamie, is Jaime, and Big Blue. Just really great guys.
Yeah.
And every time I see Big Blue's backdrop, I literally want to,
Yeah. We'll have to schedule a live with them soon. I haven't talked to them in a while.
Yeah. Shelly, thank you for being truly loyal.
She got that notification and she ran right over. Thank you, Shelly.
Callie's like, Drunk Turkey Show.
I'm gonna make
a. Anyways, you guys.
The nice and naughty list.
Yeah. Well, Alexa's been naughty now. Now that I don't even know what
Deb's probably over there too.
Is Deb over there too, Shelly? just give us the A-listers that are over there now. Yeah, just think them all out, Shelly. You're doing a great job at it.
Right, because I think Deb's spending time with her husband.
That's what she told me. That's right. Winky, 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 winky. Lewis, you look like you were in jail from the perspective of your room. Exactly. When did you get paroled? Lewis, how long have you been doing 20 to life with your wife?
Oh, jeez.
Nothing to say. She doesn't watch this. Does she still not know of this show?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, she does. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So she's probably sitting there going, husband. Okay. Well, you know what? Hold on. Let's see here. You know what? For all those traders that are on Daniel's show right now, watching over there. But I'm still. Is Lacey over there? Did you say?
She's in BTS. Since Alexa belongs to us, can we copyright strike him?
Possibly.
There you go.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah.
Alessia's gonna be like, use me.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out where Lacey's loyalty is because every time she comes in here, it's like, Adam, I worship you. Adam, like move over, Sonny. I'm here for Adam.
And you know what? Never once does she leave a comment on any video I do. Nothing.
I love you, Adam, and it's true.
I got my favorite comment. You really feel like you're doing something right when you start to get like the hate comments. And I got a really good one that was like,
Ooh.
Who gives a F?
Oh, that one that you showed me, right?
Well, no, I got a couple more.
Oh, did you?
But then, so I just said, well, apparently you don't. I'm so sorry.
My favorite comment is when they put, well, the other day there was one on a Nicola Bully one that said, Zzz. And I said, I'm sorry, am I boring you? If this video is boring you, right? And all I'm thinking is,
me too, Kelly.
You lazy MOFO who doesn't even have a channel and does no work, and they sit there, then their nasty butts leave comments like, Zzz. Oh, I'm sorry. Why don't you go create a video? Why don't you go do some work? Oh, yeah. That's right. You're right. Exactly. Keep eating your bonbons and whatever.
You're looking at this all wrong. If people have negative comments, that means you said something that hit a nerve.
Yeah,
and you did something right.
Yeah.
So I got one of my video with on my interview with Fig last week that said, and they left the comment twice because once wasn't enough, and it said, "This collab seems sus."
Sus.
Why is Fig so nervous?
Yeah. Shelly, can you report in, please, Shelly? Shelly, we know that Alexa is on Drunk Turkey Show, which I thought was very fun. And we know that Lacey, who I especially was waiting for tonight. We know anybody else, Shelly? Anybody at all? Lisa, do you have two windows open, Lisa? Tell me now, Lisa. Do you have two windows open, Drunk Turkey Show, and this one? Is that what's happening here? And Ray Jones, is he over in Drunk Turkey Show too? I swear, I'm not going to flirt with him anymore if he is.
I've always figured Lisa for the two-timer.
She's definitely a two-timer. I'm here for at Aspen, but Lewis is so cute. Can I say that? No, absolutely not. That's breaking the rules, actually, Lisa. I mean, how many is Lisa at now? How many times is she breaking the rules all the time? Yeah. Okay. So, who wants to Lisa and Mark? Well, Mark, we never see anymore, hardly, to be honest with you. Is Lisa over there?
Mark's afraid if he comes back, he's going to have to buy Sonny an air fryer. I mean, we all know that.
We all know that, right? Right? He's like, shoot. And then, Mark, if you're watching this, don't worry, because I seen you on Grizzly True Crime asking people for memberships over there. So I get the fact that you can't get me that air fryer, dude, and it was a joke. Come back, Mark. Mark, come back, all right?
Hey, Jess.
Lacey will come over. Oh, tell Lacey thank you. Tell her when she finishes up, she can come over for the dessert once she's had her full course meal over there.
Yeah. Hey, Jess, it's good to see you. Jess says Celtics are playing, but I'd rather hang out with you guys.
That's what I thought you said, Jess.
The last NBA game I went to was Charlotte Hornets played the Celtics. So.
We're talking basketball, right?
Yeah. Hey, Sharon Parker.
Hey, Sharon Parker. There's another loyal friend right there. Sharon, fess up. Were you in DTS a second ago? Yes or no? Just yes or no. Cut the bull. Yes or no? Get down, watch this live. First 30 minutes sitting there harassing the guys. Anyway,
I think they can handle people busting their what.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They don't get to see. Hold on. They don't get to see this. Let me show this. Hold on. Actually, where is it? Hold on. Let me take down this. Hold on. Cancel. Oh, Diana's here too. Happy Friday.
Hey, Diane.
You're right. It's a long weekend here, actually, you guys.
Oh, you have, what did you say Monday is called? It's called
the May long weekend. It's like Queen. I think it's here with the Queen or something like that.
Okay.
Well,
Victoria Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoops, no, I don't want to share a screen. I want to share a video. Kiss my butt, Lacey, whenever you come in here, okay? Kiss my butt. Mm. I Love Twinkies is sponsored by Eat Right and Stay Healthy. Have your Twinkie today. We know Kegan does. Or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. You know, Lacey, you're always trying to hone in on my guy, Adam. But you know what? Adam's mine. But I'm going to give you a present. This is the gift that keeps on giving. And eating, of course. I hope you have deep pockets, Lacey. Lacey, just simply say thank you, okay? You guys are welcome. Especially Lacey. Get her off my back. Yeah, there was. It kind of hiccuped there for a second, but yeah. She can get off my back now. She got Keggy. She can have Keggy. So is there any love loss in paradise, by the way? Like, tell me, is there, like, the inquiring minds want to know, how's wife Lilith and Keggy doing? Do you know?
I mean, all I know is what I've been told. And before yesterday, I was told that, she hadn't really had much to do with him lately. And that, I believe the word he used was see you next Tuesday. But I have heard that since court yesterday, there has been a little interaction, and he was giving her some information that I heard as well. But I have an inkling that Keegan might be a little bit of a liar. I don't know, shocker. I don't know if you've ever heard that.
Sarah Milton.
It's very hard to know if what he's saying is maybe a stretch of the truth. But so
do you think
I don't know where they stand. Will they or won't they? I think it's up in the air right now. Is she team Richard? Is she team Keegan?
Is she team both?
Right.
Maybe she's team JLR. I don't know. Sarah Milton, you ugly. Okay, you ugly. All right. So do you think that that's one of those troll accounts that's deciding to put a regular name? Or do you think Sarah Milton's saying that you ugly, Adam?
I think she meant Keegan.
Is that what you meant, Keegan? You meant Keegan? Speak up now or forever hold your peace, Sarah.
Yeah, I think Sarah Milton's good. I think she meant Keegan.
Well, no. Actually, if her last name was Hilton, that would be good. But it's not. It's Milton. Not quite the same. Anyways. All right. So, Lewis, Adam, let's get into that whole crapola that happened yesterday. Sure. I want to hear your thoughts, Lewis, on that.
Comment.
I'm charging him for wasting 2 hours of my life. 2 hours. Like a stinking Twinkie. Anyway, so what are your thoughts on that?
Well, hit me with some questions because I really didn't pay attention to what happened yesterday. I had a lot going on, but I caught a little bit of it today. So if you throw me some questions, I'll gladly give you my insights.
What color is the sky?
Depends.
What color was Kegan's suit?
The sky is not blue.
Okay. What color isn't Kegan's outfit?
His outfit is not pumpkin.
It's not pumpkin orange?
It's more of a shade of sherbet.
Or orange is the new black.
Okay, Kelly.
Yeah. And
see, pumpkin's healthy, so it's got to be sherbet. It's got to be orange sherbet, a big tub of orange sherbet.
And what a balding mess is going on. Lewis, no offense, dude. But honestly, I didn't realize he was balding. Like, I mean, hey, he's 28, okay? And I get people lose their hair. I think his dad has a stack of hair, but I didn't realize it was like, I don't know if he's losing it because of all the stress that has been under, because I mean, obviously spending time in jail is like what I like to do every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
He's got it. He has his routine down at this point. That's what all of this boils down to, in my opinion, is he has gotten used to his circumstances over the last 3 years, and he's going to use every tactic in the world to delay the inevitable, which is him going to prison. And he knows that when he goes to prison, his situation's going to change. And I think it's safe to say, we all know a pedophile does not do well in prison, especially a high-profile pedophile. So Kegan Kline's bread has as much butter on it right now as it will ever have for the rest of his life.
Yep. Oh, so
and we know he likes butter.
What's Sonny?
Well, so what happened was yesterday was the day of sentencing, right?
Right.
Of course, there was a delay. What happens? Adam, didn't you say that possibly Kegan wrote a letter to the judge or something like that? Is that true? Okay. And so, anyways, there was a continuance because
the letter was never read.
No? Okay. So Lewis, get a load of this crock of crap, right? So he's supposed to get sentenced, and all of a sudden he's claiming he needs to review some new evidence or something like that. Now, when we say new evidence, we're talking about Barbara McDonald's interview. I believe it's the one that we're talking about. Okay.
Is that what they're referring to?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in Barbara McDonald's. I'd seen it on one of those news channels earlier. And it's a Barbara McDonald one, the one where he tosses his dad underneath the bus and whatever. So anyway, freaking judge gives them the continuance. So now the court date set for July 27th. I just think, okay, first of all, I have to say my piece here. What a crock of crap the justice system is. I'm so sick of this crap that victims keep getting victimized over and over by the stupid court systems. Yep. Right? They keep victimizing these people and letting them get away with this crock of crap all the time, and it really pisses me off. Like, seriously, it's like, I get that someone is due, their due rights. But to me, when you've entered a plea and you've willingly made a plea, sucks to be you, dude. You changed your plea to guilty, stuck with it. Not, you know what? This new evidence, that's not new evidence. Yeah, it's your birthday, Mustang. This new evidence that's not new evidence is, right, this, like I said, that this might help him in some way, make him change his plea to not guilty. Okay. Yeah, told ya, Sarah Milton. Duh.
You were right.
I know I was right. I was just waiting for Sarah to actually do something. Did you actually block the person?
I did.
Good. Okay. I was just waiting. They came in as a name, so just so they can hang out here a little longer. That's all good. But May 18th, Dave. My birthday was May 18th. Oh, happy birthday, Sharon Parker, yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday, Sharon.
Just for her birthday, they put a new pacemaker in, she sang.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I saw you said you had to go to the hospital. I'm sorry, Sharon. Yeah. So I do have a little exclusive. Would you like a play-by-play of exactly what happened in court?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, before I start though, so I don't mispronounce it 30 times, is it Aki or Aki? How do you pronounce?
I think it's Aki. I actually think it's Aki.
Mm-hmm. It's not. Okay.
I say Aki, but I think it's Aki.
I've heard Aki so many times that I think that's correct, but not from a reliable person. Okay. So.
Well, I'll open myself up to ridicule then here. But okay, so the decorum order was handed out, which I have. As proceeded, Judge Timothy Spar reads the decorum. Judge Spar stated that the sentencing is scheduled and asked Mr. Aki if there is anything he wished to state at this time. Mr. Akey says, oh, and by the way, 3 minutes before 9 o'clock, they came in and said they were going to take a short recess because they had been doing another case before that. They left around 9:30 is when there was an indefinite delay. And then because some of the officers and everything in the front, like Jerry Holeman, Vito, since they didn't get up, no one really in the audience got up. But then they came back in when it finally started. Mr. Akey stated, Judge, just briefly, the defendant would like to, and this is your quotations, the defendant would like to request a continuance. Mr. Klein would like additional time to review some evidence that he ultimately said since he hasn't seen up to this point. He would like some time to consider all of his options, including whether he would like to withdraw his former plea of guilty. Not saying he's going to do that, but he would like some additional time to review the evidence and then ultimately decide if whether or not he wants to withdraw the former plea of guilty. Judge Spar asked for the prosecution's response. The deputy prosecutor, Courtney Allwine, says, quotation, Judge, we would obviously object to any continuance in this case, of this case. It's clearly a delay tactic by Kegan Klein because he doesn't want to face the music today. All of the discovery has been sent to the defense. This is the discovery we are talking about was sent from our records on May 12th, 2022, directly to Mr. Akey. Mr. Akey has expressed that his office's general practice received the discovery. We made a copy of that and sent it out to them. The specific items that we are talking about are Keegan Klein's statements. It's not like it's evidence he's never seen before. He was there, inaudible. There's no fast work here. Continuing this sentence hearing does nothing. It doesn't change the evidence. It doesn't change the arguments. It doesn't change inaudible. Sentencing hearing, nothing. It's merely a delay tactic. Keegan Klein wants this to drag out as long as possible. We are rejecting the continuance of this sentencing hearing. We are prepared, our witnesses are prepared, and there's no reason we can't move forward today. Keegan's guilty plea has pled guilty to these charges. The court has accepted that plea of guilt and inaudible, but sounded like it's your judgment or tradition, and set for this sentencing May 18th, 2023. We are prepared, they are prepared. We should proceed with this sentencing hearing for today. And again, I would make for the record that specific discovery we are talking about is not of anything that is inaudible. It was a phone interview that Klein was present for, and we discovered a year ago to inaudible trace something inaudible. Thank you. Judge Spar responds, thank you, Ms. Allwine. Mr. Akey, any response? Mr. Akey, no, Judge, just that he wants to withdraw his former plea of guilty, and he has the right to do that, of course, to the court's discretion under Indiana Code 353514. There's a procedure he would have to follow, a final verifying of the motion. The prosecutor's office, the state, can and then respond, and inaudible, discretion of inaudible, and issuing of the orders. So again, we would ask the court to continue the hearing and set a new sentencing date in short order. Judge Spar, Mr. Akey, I heard from your goal, inaudible. There remain certain statements made by your client. Are those the only things that would force this change in plea? Sorry, did you say something?
No, no, I said I'm still here. I just turned off my thing. But right. Is that a manuscript of the day?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
And so I'm sorry. I'm almost done. Mr. Akey says, no, there were a couple of things related to the cell phone extraction that were essentially username at the top of the cell phone extracted that he said he did not create. So it's more than just statements. Miss Allwine said, Your Honor, if I may, Judge said, go ahead, please, that those inaudible that were pulled from the police report, then there's a sentence that is inaudible. What he is referencing is from an excerpt from Christopher Cecil's examination report. Basically, it's a table, and I copied that table out of the report and forwarded it, and there was also CSAM material that couldn't be sent pursuant to a court order. We could provide any evidence in that. We've had an open file policy. Inaudible said that Mr. Akey was able to come to our office and view extraction and be given an opportunity. Inaudible. In fact, at one point, there was a meeting quite a while ago, Mr. Klein, with his attorney, Detective Vito, at the Miami County Jail to review all of this. We've made every effort to make it accessible, and he has those things. What he's referencing are demonstrative, inaudible, being prepared for trial, but content of those things within the police report that inaudible, but essentially they had access to. Judge Spar replied, Mr. Akey. Mr. Akey says, I believe that the meeting originally inaudible, but it was 5 words. We'd like to continue the sentencing hearing. We discussed, Judge Spar says, we discussed some of this earlier in chambers, how this has evolved. I appreciate you fleshing out the position for me. At this point, knowing that there has been a change in discovery that was made inaudible, at this point, Mr. Akey, can you say that the discovery that was made was not inaudible? Essentially, with every fiber of your being, can you say you didn't see it? Mr. Akey said, no, I cannot. Judge Spar said, I think in the interest of inaudible to investigate further, I am going to grant a continuance requested, but there will be a motion filed while I'm here without further delay. I know, guys, that this is an issue that's come up within the last 24 hours, pretty much from talking to you both, that I'd indicate as I can appreciate the time you have for a statement that is empirical, inaudible sentence, so that I'm going to give the defense up to and including 11:59 p.m. Friday, May 26, 2023, is the deadline to present your particular motions to withdraw your plea or state some other matter. We are looking at June 1st, 2023 at 11 a.m. for prosecutor response. Ms. Alwine is responding mentioning Memorial Day and asking for a response by the following Wednesday at 11:59, and then 2 inaudible statements. Judge Spar then states they are looking at June 1st, 2023, 11 a.m. to present, and then July 27th, 2023, 9 a.m., reserving the remainder of the day. Does that work for you, counsel? Both respond yes. Is there anything else that we need to address before that date? Both counsels decline anything further. Okay, thank you all. I'll see you June 1st. Judge Spar finishes. Everyone races out right behind the big guy in the orange suit.
That part's true. That part's true. Okay.
Sorry, that was a tongue. I know that was a mouthful, but cameras were not allowed, recording devices were not allowed, but there was someone I knew that was there that did transcribe the entire hearing with shorthand. So thank you for that.
Oh, okay. So someone actually, my mom used to do shorthand actually.
Yeah.
I remember. But just to ask you quickly, Sunny, have you heard that the lawyer has removed himself?
Yes.
So. Oh, who did? Akey breaking?
Yes.
Heart?
So and this was in the group chat while you were live earlier today. So I got a message earlier this morning about that Keegan said he'd fired his lawyer.
Oh.
We all know Keegan's a liar.
Yeah.
But I thought, maybe, who knows? And then at 4:15 this afternoon, a motion was filed to withdraw an appearance on my case so that you can look up. I didn't see it till 5 o'clock, so it was too late to email the Miami County Clerk's office to get the documentation. I'm hearing what really happened is that Aki, that he's a public defender. So I think there's questions whether you can fire a public defender or not. I believe what probably happened is he's probably asked to be recused from the case or be removed from the case for whatever reason. And Keegan, in classic Keegan's fashion, has tried to say it was his decision and that he's fired him.
So go ahead.
And part of the reason that I was told Keegan fired him was that he refused to read the letter that Keegan had written to the judge.
So, Lewis.
A few things I've picked up from going back to what Adam was first reading. I caught something there, and I'm not sure if I heard it correctly or not. But what set up a little bit of a red flag is the prosecutor said there were some documents that they couldn't send, so they left them as something where the attorney had to come to their office and review them.
Yeah, because of a court order.
Right. That could be the documents that he's saying he wasn't aware of, because at that point, he would not have been able to see those.
Right. Because we don't know if his lawyer actually went to the office to read to see them. We knew the lawyer was given the opportunity to, but we don't know if the lawyer, being a public defender, they may not have taken the opportunity to actually do that. So Keegan could be using this loophole.
He might have also felt not the need to do that since there was already a guilty plea. So at that point, to not have to review those files that were already part of the case,
right.
He might not have seen that as a loophole that could be extorted later on to do what he did here. Now, that could also be a reason why they removed him from being his attorney, because if Klein requested a change of attorney, the judge is going to take that with light advisement. But usually, if it's just the defendant that wants a change of counsel, the judge is going to take that into the person not being happy with the course of the court's action and time limits, and they're going to deny that.
Right.
The only way to expedite something, and this looks like it was expedited within a day. Usually that requires a difference of opinion where the attorney would agree with the client that they should part ways, and then the judge would make a decision on that. Or if the accusation here about not having the evidence and his attorney admitted to not going and looking at that, then that could be a reason for changing attorneys to avoid a mistrial when they go to court. So there could have been reasons why the judge expedited, because it's not common for a judge to expedite the removing of attorney from a case like that. So that's interesting.
Can I ask you, Louis? So with the motion that was filed today, what it says in the motion was, it says a motion was filed to withdraw. It was a request to withdraw an appearance.
Okay.
Could that mean an attorney requesting not to remove themselves from the case?
What could have happened is they set these dates up. I believe there's 2 dates that they set up yesterday.
Yeah,
One
and then July 20th.
He might have withdrawn his appearance for that because the judge made the decision to allow him to not be his attorney anymore. So then you would have to file for that to remove him from the set court date, so that way that in the system it shows who the new attorney will be once he's assigned.
Right. So can I ask you also this?
Yeah.
You know, with Keegan claiming to have fired his attorney, can you fire a public defender? Would there be other motions filed in the process of that?
You don't really fire a public defender.
Right.
What you do is you request the judge that you have a new public defender assigned. And when you're this far along in a case, that is not common at all. I mean, with the amount of hours and hours that the attorney has wrapped up into it in his firm, it's very unlikely the judge would grant that without having something seriously showing that there was fault on the attorney's part. Or, like I said, if there's an agreement, if the attorney and the client agree that they've come to a point where they cannot see eye to eye on something, and it's going to affect when they go into court, the judge will take that on more advisement as opposed to just the defendant requesting it. But to do it within a day like that tells me there had to be something even more important. Like maybe what I brought up was true. Maybe he did not look at those documents, or he did, but because they couldn't leave the office, he didn't show them to his client. And then he admits that to the judge and says, you know, he's right. I didn't have the ability to show these to him. We're having an issue here. And then, from that point, the judge decides. But if it was just that, I can't see the judge deciding that quickly, though, with the amount of hours wrapped up into this, unless there's been previous issues where the requests have possibly been presented.
I mean, there's nothing publicly has been released that has been granted. I mean, it's smart, in a high profile case like this. I mean, they waited until 4:15 this afternoon on a Friday to file this motion. So I mean, even though I heard about it this morning, I don't take anything Kegan Klein says
right
verbatim, until I started to hear people talk about this motion. So I was like, oh, maybe he did fire him. And then I was like, wait, he's a public defender. So, and then I heard what most likely happened was that the attorneys actually asked to be removed. But, we don't know 100%.
For it to happen, I mean, you can't say in every instance, in every county, in every state, but if there was a difference of opinion between both of them and they put in a request to separate, I would even think with as much time and money's invested in this defense that the judge would have tried some sort of mediation between the two to see if they could repair that. There had to be something, I think, stronger than that for this to happen within a 24-hour period. And like I said, if the attorney admitted to not giving him or showing him or explaining something, and Klein requested that, that this is why I have an issue here, then that could be strong enough for him to say, okay, we're going to have to remove them. But I don't think it's just a simple difference of opinion or disagreement. There had to be something, I think, that was improperly done that backs up Klein's request for this extension that the judge then took into consideration on top of them. The quickest way to do this would be both parties requesting a change of attorney. So I think you'd have to have those two situations together for it to happen within 24 hours.
Well, I mean, we don't know for certain that the judge has granted it.
Right. Okay.
So I mean, Monday could come around and we could find out the judge is like, no, this is a delay tactic, and you got what you have. I mean, do you think that would happen, or do you think the judge, because of the high profile aspect of this, would have to be like, if I don't grant it, it's giving them credence for a mistrial?
I think it's the opposite. I mean,
okay.
If the judge has not removed him from the case yet, so that's not the case. It's just been they put in a request, but the court did not.
All we publicly know is that there's been a motion to a motion to request removal of appearance or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Removal of appearance or delay appearance. I just said, I find it hard the judge would decide that. So if the judge has not granted that withdrawal, then I would think that the judge is going to have to consider the effects of a new attorney taking over at this point. Because I don't know if there was any other attorneys assisting him with this case. Was it just Aki that was on his defender?
He's the only one listed, I believe.
Okay. If there was no co-counsel listed, then I have a feeling that this would be a very hard decision for the judge to make. I mean, that comes down to if the defendant is saying that there was definitely something done that was inadequate for his defense, they're going to have to prove that for the judge to remove him. If it's just a difference of opinion or disagreement that Aki does not agree with, then the judge would probably say, no, at this point, we're not going to change it. But if Aki and Klein both have a similar disagreement and they say they can't go forward together, then, I mean, that's they said the new date would be in July.
Right.
I can't see a public defender being able to put a case together in less than 2 months.
But couldn't that be Kegan Kline's entire goal?
To
delay it even further?
No, because in order for that, there would have to be some collusion between Kegan and his attorney to make this a mess. And no attorney is going to risk their career and their name by doing something like that. I mean, you're going to have to prove that something happened here that backs up what Klein says.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, but what if Kegan found this loophole of the fact that there was this, there was part of the discovery that Kegan might not have been aware of because the lawyer had to go in person, and he's using that as a tactic to push it out even further.
I don't give him nearly half the credit to come up with something so finite and
you look at a rat.
I'm more along the lines of the fact that this was a mistake or something that his attorney did not show him because it was stuff that was not. From what you read, that makes a lot of sense. If
at
the
last
CSAM could not
hour,
be sent to them, it had to be reviewed in the office. That doesn't sound right. I mean, you can't not give the defense the actual stuff, and if there's a reason why they couldn't, then you're not going to allow him to have it in prison. There's no way it would be in his paperwork because there would be a reason why you don't want him to have access, maybe because of info that's in there, and it is CSAM info. So, I mean, at that point, you'd have to have some sort of a meeting in the jail with the prosecution bringing that stuff to him directly, because having to just go see it in their office is not something that Klein could do. So therefore, he would have a right to have an issue with not seeing it. And if you're going to say, well, it was out in the public, you should have known about it because it was in an interview you read, that's not strong enough. Once it's in evidence, he needs to see the evidence.
But my thing is this. Okay, so we're going to wait till the last freaking second, and then this is going to happen. That I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I just don't buy it.
Remember, before court started yesterday, I said on our live that I was hearing rumors that Keegan was going to change his plea. And I was told that this has been in the works for almost 2 weeks. So why did he even show up? Like, I was like, why wait until like the last minute to the point where, because Keegan could have stayed comfy in his jail cell. He didn't have to show up there yesterday morning and get the penguin waddle walk that everyone got to see. And so I was a little bewildered by that as well, because I'm like, if this really was, I'm like, if I'm given information that he was going to try to change his plea, which he did, and that it had been in the works for 2 weeks, why wait until the very last moment?
Now, do you want to throw a real weird possibility in there? Just an off-the-wall goofy one?
Well, sure.
I've never been a proponent of this, but I can still bring the argument. If he had something to do with the search at the river, and even though they didn't make a plea agreement, he was told that if you do good and you give us information, we'll mention it to your attorney and they'll make some changes. And he's waited along all this time for those changes, and now it's the nth hour. And then he says, wait a minute, I was told that if I did this, you guys would give me some consideration. And my charge is still the same. How come they didn't change? And in his mind, what might have been a plea agreement was not the court's idea of a plea agreement.
Right. And what you've kind of touched on kind of what I was thinking, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and it's hard for me to go down those rabbit holes, but it immediately did come to my mind that there was something in the works, and when it wasn't coming to fruition, and this is 100% my speculation, but that when it wasn't coming to fruition, that Kegan Klein started to say, well, then why am I pleading guilty to this?
Exactly. Yeah.
Threatened to change his plea, to which was him showing his card, him kind of pushing, I don't know poker terms, but him kind of upping the ante or whatever to get to get whoever to finalize a deal. And when they didn't, he literally took it all the way until court. And when they still didn't give him the terms he wanted, he showed his hand and he was like, look, I'm changing my plea. Yeah. And
if you see I blew up that picture when I saw it earlier today. You can see what he's holding when he's standing there in court. It is a big stack of handwritten papers. It's not documents from the court. It's not stuff like that. So when you said about him reading a letter to the judge, that makes sense that that's what was in his hand.
Yep.
So
that's what I was told. And like I said, I was told all of that before court started yesterday morning.
But yeah, that just came to the back of my head when I heard everything today, was because now for weeks, every time somebody has said about no plea agreement and him being responsible, I've always said in the back of my head, they don't make a plea agreement for stuff like that, but they do promise to help you by mentioning it to the judge and the attorneys. And I could see him waiting all this time and it not being a ploy to make things get delayed, but him running out of time for what he thought might be coming. And from his last interaction till yesterday's interaction, he put together a letter saying, look, This is everything that I thought was happening. This is the order it went in. My attorney mentioned that they take it into consideration. They haven't. Now I don't want this attorney anymore because I feel he lied to me. The court lied to me. This is what's going on. And I was only pleading guilty because you said you'd make my sentence lighter, and it's not.
Right. And remember, and what I read,
yeah,
he was talking. I mean, there was something about a username being the thing he's contesting that he didn't create. And so I'm like, that was very vague, but that's what the basis of this was, that he used was. Whether or not that was part of it, that was in the discovery he didn't receive, I don't know.
Or maybe he thought that certain charges would have to be dropped because they couldn't link that account to him. And when they were not dropped and he's in front of the court, something has to be done because he was expecting that.
Right. And then, were those connected at all to the charges that were dropped back in September, when they did take 5 of the charges off? I don't know. I mean, I know that I think that Kegan Klein is a rat. I think that he will try to swarm, survive at any cost.
Yeah.
But I did find it interesting, then with Jerry Holeman there. I mean, an argument can be made for both of those things. With Jerry Holeman was never really part of the Kegan Kline investigation, but Kegan Kline's case was so intermingled with Delphi that, of course, Jerry Holeman would have reviewed all of the Kegan Kline stuff. So was he just there to be a witness?
Wasn't he there with ISP officers, right? It was him and
more than that, because I actually spent a lot of today with a friend of mine that was in court tracking down who was there from ISP, and most of them were on the Kegan Kline witness list. Tracy Cole, I can't remember her last name, female ISP officer was there. Christopher Cecil was there. Vito was there. I have it all written down somewhere. But
see, Adam, you have what I think a lot of people forget or they overlook is you have to remember the original contact with Klein was because of the Delphi investigation. Absolutely. So I'm sure there's things in there that are going to fall back on whoever's involved in Delphi that led to them finding the information to go to his house.
Right. So were those people there yesterday because the investigations were so intermingled, or were they there because there's a connection? I think that's what people are speculating and want to know about. But there's no real way to know that.
No, I think those are so intertwined, you really can't separate the possibility of it being a combination of the two. It's one for sure, but is the other commingled? Possibly. But you can't rule out the 100% guarantee that the initial investigation into him stemmed from Delphi. And then, there's always that backlash of it didn't go any further. Was he left out there so long because they didn't follow up? So that's always a line that you've got to follow closely.
But I spent a big chunk of my day today looking up ISP pictures and trying to match them to the memory of the person I knew in court yesterday, and with the videos and pictures I saw.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was going through some old posts today, and it's funny because a friend of his had commented about, I would say an ex-friend, somebody that knew him from school days, about how upset he was with, he called him some derogatory piece of crap type stuff, but that this is the second time he'd been charged with this type of stuff. So I think that people that knew him from school assumed in 17 when they raided him that he'd been charged with that stuff earlier on, and that this was just a continuation of that. But there's a couple of ex-friends that have put posts up publicly about how, how did he get away with doing it twice? They felt that the first time he actually served or went to jail for it and didn't.
Sunny, did you leave us?
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
But
sorry.
Penny was like, "Well, I'm not talking, so I'm going to go."
No, what I actually secretly did was I went over to the DKS to see if they were still alive over there, and they are.
So you're in their chat too.
Well, this person left a comment. I couldn't help but scroll back up because the comment said, where did it go? It says, "Will you bet Alexa a crown royal on the rocks that BK is not guilty?" Well, first of all, it must be a Canadian person. And then this big laughing face. Will you bet?
Wait, does Alexa think BK is not guilty?
I don't know. That's the only comment that I just got. No, I think she thinks he's guilty. I don't know. I haven't listened to it. Yeah, I just got that comment.
My conversations with her, I thought she said.
You know, I mean, huge difference between 49 people watching 855 over there.
Same. Well, hey, I guarantee you got some better information here tonight.
Oh, do we?
Oh, Banner. That Banner was another one that was there. Brian Banner, that second one right there.
What do we got?
Which, I mean, it makes sense that the people from the Kegan Kline witness list would be there.
Wait, I just want to confirm. Are you saying that you have some juicy information, or have we already?
Well, I mean, I just read it. I mean, I literally just read the entire transcript of what was said in court yesterday. I don't think anyone's done that at all.
I thought you had more. Sorry, my bad. It's kind of like Fig. Fig, give us part 2.
She always wants more, everyone. I'm like, here,
Adam,
I'll bring you.
I think you should reread that part, though, where it mentions about the documents that couldn't be sent, because you did go through that pretty quick. And I think that's an important thing.
Let me see which one.
Because that should open people's eyes up to the possibility of a different situation here.
Are you talking about the
when they're talking about the prosecution and a few sentences before the prosecution says that they had to come to his office for that?
Yeah. So what was said, the question that was asked was from the judge said, "Mr. Akey, I heard from you your goal in Audible that remains that certain statements were made by your client. Are those the only things that would force this change in plea?" Mr. Akey replies, "No, there are a couple of other things related to cell phone extraction that are essentially username at the top of the cell phone extracted that he said he didn't create. So it's more than just statements." Miss Allwine replies, "Your Honor, if I may." Judge said, "Go ahead, please. Those that in Audible that were pulled from the police report." And then there's a sentence that is inaudible. What is he referencing? What he is referencing is an excerpt from Christopher Cecil's examination report. Basically, it's a table, and I copied that table out of the report and forwarded it. And there was also CSAM material that couldn't be sent, pursuant to a court order. We could provide any evidence in that. We've had an open file policy. Inaudible said that Mr. Akey was able to come to our office and view extraction and be given an opportunity Inaudible. In fact, at one point, there was a meeting quite a while ago. Mr. Klein, with his attorney, Detective Vito at the Miami County Jail, to review all of this. We've made every effort to make it accessible, and he has those things. What he's referencing are demonstrative, inaudible, being prepared for trial, but the content of those was within the police report that inaudible, but essentially they had access to.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be part of what this is about.
But I it's funny because when I reread it, I picked up on the part about that they went to the Miami County Jail, Vito, and to make sure that Keegan was aware of these things.
Right. Well, it says that they met with the meeting, but at that point, if the attorney didn't make that stuff known to Keegan, that could be a supporting reason for having his attorney removed. That's why I want you to reread that.
Right. Even though it said, I think the quote said quite a while ago.
Yeah.
So, can we kiss July 27th goodbye?
I'm going to say that we're so far into this case, I really don't think that the judge is going to remove Akey as his attorney. I think they're going to try some sort of remediation if it's just a disagreement, because like I said, a lot of times it's on the client's misunderstanding of procedure.
Right. Unless Akey wants out too at this point. I mean, look at how long he's working on a public defender's salary, and he's got to deal with this bozo for how long? I mean, it could even be a schedule. I mean, I would assume if he agreed to July 27th, that means his schedule is open that day. But I mean, I would think scheduling wise, even he's got to be like not this guy more and more.
Yeah.
But
even if he agrees that the judge is at the discretion of what they want to do, it's not up to the attorney or the client.
Right. You know, I will say from anything I've heard, either behind the scenes or in any of these court things, I mean, I'm not seeing any connection to the Delphi investigation as far as other than the Anthony Schatz profile being created by him at this point. So I'll be really interested to see if something comes up. But
yeah, I mean, if you put the puzzle pieces together, it seems to be that the correlation is between that profile or that username, and he's removed from the user that was using it to contact the girls. So,
hey, a sock was missing. Don't forget.
I think a lot of people weirdly have sock fetishes, though, Sonny.
You know, sometimes they carry the Twinkies in them. You put the Twinkie in the sock, and then you have a bag.
Yeah, but now when you compile it with everything else for Twinkie Boy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if they found that sock and those panties at Rich Allen's house, and we're all just talking about all of this for nothing because they literally have the sock and panty, which, in my opinion, means case closed.
I think the most damaging thing that'll come from that house search is any kind of DNA evidence that relates to the girls.
I agree 100%. Because, I mean, I think, if someone literally has enough, is bloody and muddy enough that someone driving down 300, can say the guy looks like he got in a fight, I would think there has to be DNA evidence in that vehicle. And even 6 years later, that I would assume it would still be there. They've gotten DNA evidence out of vehicles from much, much longer ago than that. But I do know at the time I was told in the end of October that this case would not be prosecuted by DNA or fingerprints. But that was also 2 days after it was like the week the search warrant was executed. So, they had not ran the forensics on all of the evidence yet.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me put it this way. It would be the damnedest thing ever if it ever turned out that Kegan, I can't see it myself. I think this dirty little bird is in there somewhere. The thing was is that obviously I remember in the morning, the phone thing going on there. Like I said, it would be the darndest thing ever. But, weirder things have happened, and everything that looks like it's piling up against him. To me, I still believe that there's more like a 90% chance he is involved, and no, not even that, 99.9% chance that he's involved in a way. But I don't believe he was there at all at the crime scene. I don't believe that. I just believe that this was strictly to do with the luring of girls. Did you
lure Richard Allen to the bridge? Okay.
Did you? Yeah. Who said that anyway?
I don't remember.
Because after I heard it, I was like, "Why do you keep saying that? Like, you luring? Like, did you lure?"
I think they meant, "Were you a lure?"
Yeah. They probably, at the last minute, the voice comes on like Reno. Did you? It's like JLR, right? Has to put his voice there. He likes to hear himself back on the news clips.
Well, I think not to change. I think JLR's in. I think he's in Iowa.
Is he in Iowa?
I think he's there or he was in Evansdale.
No. I wonder what burger joint he's at this time. I mean, I'd rather, like, I just remember you go to his thing and almost every clip he's like eating. But then again,
I think he's looking into Lyric and
the Mendez brothers.
Is it Elizabeth and Lyric?
Oh, Elizabeth and yeah, Elizabeth and Lyric.
Evansdale, right? Evansdale. Sorry, yeah. I always want to say Evansville, but it's Evansville.
Yeah.
Evansdale.
No, Evansdale.
Well, I mean, good on him if he is. For that, to be honest with you, we always tease JLR just because he's, it's always eating or he's, I mean, he makes it easy to be honest, but he doesn't care. Like I said, he's in it. He knows what purpose he's in this all for, and it's, I would never say it was for the right reasons, but whatever. I just think that he cracks. I don't really ever watch him anymore, to be honest with you. Like I honestly, I don't. I either watch like freaking Nelk or freaking Mr. Beast or some of those. Sometimes it's just nice to watch some of those shows once in a while, just to balance out all the true crime stuff. Because the true crime stuff, gets a little much. You know what I mean? You just need a break from it. You just need to listen to like good things, good things. Not that Nelk does. Go ahead.
So I was just wondering, have you guys broken down and analyzed the time frame of the witness testimony?
Mm-hmm.
No. Because it tends to lead towards more than one person being involved. The more I've looked at stuff, and I just didn't know if you broke it down because it's just an odd situation.
I talked to a couple people that said that, because I've heard a lot of that. I've heard a lot of the people questioning, with the timeline that the witness gave in the Lifetime documentary versus the PCA for Richard Allen. And I've been told unequivocally that it absolutely is doable without any question. But I've not been to the trails myself, so I'm only relaying what I've been told by people.
See, I was more looking at it based on location of being seen more as opposed to time and if it's possible. Just I'll run this past you quickly and see what you think, because if he did park at CPS and he walks to the trailhead, which is the Freedom Bridge, which is where he was supposedly seen, not on the trail by the north end of the Monon Bridge. The witness says he was seen by Freedom Bridge.
It was by the Freedom Bridge, yeah.
Yeah, and if he was familiar with that area so much like he said he is, why would he walk past 300 and, it's in my head, if you were looking to go meet somebody at that end of the bridge at a certain time, you wouldn't walk much further than you had to go where you'd be seen to then walk the trail back the opposite way. I think you would turn onto 300 from CPS and then go to the Mears Lot entrance and walk to the bridge that way. So it's odd that you would do that and then be seen that way and then have someone else say you're wearing black and be seen by the woods, because they also said that he wasn't walking towards the trails, he was walking towards that wooded area. And then that time frame of witness testimony, seeing somebody wearing black, matches up with how long it would take somebody being seen in black by the private drive, walking the woods and following the trail and the creek that way and coming out by the trailhead. So you've got two people saying somebody in black, and their time frames would put them at that location at that time of being seen. And then, just very odd. If you're going there to meet some girls, but you had to meet somebody first at the trailhead, that would explain why you would walk past 300, go to the trailhead at Freedom Bridge, meet the person by the woods, and then continue the path to meet the girls at the end of the north end of the bridge. So it just put puzzle pieces together for me that I've not heard anyone mention.
No, I'm not falling asleep. I'm just listening, to be honest with you, Shelly. But am I tired? But I'm not tired. I'm just really listening. And at the end of the day, for me, I'm like, once Richard Allen was arrested and stuff like that, I'm just really unless some breaking news comes, I'm just letting the case play out. Because I still look at things for sure. I always, of course, will and do, but I already believe that there's more than one person anyway. Paladinos. um, I still believe that it's likely that the Paladinos might have some involvement. Um, Other than that, um, yeah, no, I'm not really one. That's what I use Tom Webster for. Tom, yeah, create your graphs and stuff like that. No, I read it over again and stuff like that, and things stick in. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like
The Reckoning.
hello, The Reckoning. Wait, oh, hey, that's oh, I can't think of your real name now. Anyways, don't want to say it probably anyway. Anyways, yeah.
Lisa, I'm going to give Lisa one piece of advice really quickly. Lisa, if you ever need a ride, don't get in Ray Jones's car.
Yeah, I wanted The Reckoning. I wanted her to come on and, possibly, if anyone doesn't know who The Reckoning is, and probably some of you do, her channel is The Reckoning. Sorry if my brain's dead, guys. And,
she was falling asleep.
She does card reads, right? Now, you guys know I'm very spiritual, and I love that stuff regardless. But, if you do ever have a time The Reckoning, yeah, I'd love for her to come on and just, pull some cards,
Do you think, Sunny, do you think she would do a better job than we've done on our members only lives?
Yeah, because when we read tarot cards, we just go to Google and we just use one of those auto generators.
Yeah.
Just like our little crazy 8-ball that we do. The pathetic part is that ever since I was younger, I always wanted to do the tarot cards, and I was just too ass lazy to figure out what everyone meant. Every time I said I had the cards, bought the cards, kept looking at the cards, and I just, as much as I love the cards, right. I just never did it. I guess I always just stuck with my intuition instead and said, that's good enough. But I love that stuff. And honestly, like with The Reckoning, let me 1 second. Give me 1 second there. Go to the. Is
I'll be right
Alexa still being a traitor? Traitor? Yeah. Let me just 1 second. The Reckoning. Where is she? Right there. We just finished. Give me a few minutes. All right. Just going to come over. Let's see. Oh, did you just do a Nicola Bully one on there? Let me just 1 second. All right. Copy, paste. Okay. Anyways, this is the channel. If you guys don't know it, some of you do. I had just come across it one day, and you guys know me, just a straight shooter or whatever. Either somebody has a gift or they don't, and I really enjoyed when I have time. I've watched quite a few of her reads on the different cases. A lot of them are very similar: Delphi, Kohlberger, Nicola Bully, and stuff like that. But yeah, sometimes I just enjoy that. Where someone's just whatever, just reading the cards, see what comes up or whatever, and at the end of the day, things will play out how they're going to play out. But I just wish that Libby and Abby would just come into my dreams. Like, I had a very vivid dream of Delphi last week. And I remember waking up from it going, but you didn't tell me something. Yeah. I was going to say, I'm pathetic, right? So there was somebody from the Nicola Bully case, The Reckoning. And I don't know if you use your real name. I can't remember if you use your real name, and I'm too tired to figure it out, to be honest with you. But there was someone had sent me a message with the Nicola Bully case. I was wondering and wondering and wondering. I have a really good video coming out tomorrow with regards to that one, but it took a lot of time. But and it's about the timeline, which makes sense. But that's not anything, That's just using what is given. But anyways, so I go check my messages or whatever, and I mean, someone told me who Ron was, the guy in the interview was, like April 1st. April 1st. I'm looking at the date and I'm like, but it's May 19th. So for a month and a half, I've been looking. And I remember I sent The Reckoning an Instagram message. And then I checked a few times, didn't hear nothing. And then all of a sudden I see this message the few days ago in my Facebook page, but not my actual Facebook page, in my It's a Crime and Shame Facebook page. And I was like, oh, there's another message I haven't seen. I'm not the best social media person, especially when it comes to that whole meta crap, the meta Facebook stuff. Like that stuff hurts my brain, I don't even use my regular Facebook, let alone trying to figure out that there's messages. And so when I look in there, it's like, oh, there's all these messages. Anyways, good on ya. Yeah, absolutely. If you guys haven't gone there, she really does quite the amazing readings on cases. You know what I like about your channel, The Reckoning? I just like down to earth people, that do things for the right reasons or right purposes. You're not there to be glamorous and show off and, add some extra freaking, all this weird shit behind you and all that stuff. She just sits in her space there, does the readings, and, just kind of tells it like it is. She does good reads. So if you guys haven't checked her out, check her out. But I just really like people that are very grounded and just stay down to earth. Like I said, I could have 1 million subscribers and I'll always stay grounded, because I could care less, right? It doesn't change me. But some people on the internet, it does. And because there's some kooky people out there, yeah? They got some freaking whole freaking genie in a bottle shit going on behind them and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, because there's a few channels there that I really love. But I'm just talking about the ones that are really whacked out there with their whole little stuff going on. And then you're listening to them and they're so off course that it's not even funny, And it's almost like a conspiracy theorist in a sense with their whole freaking so because I'm very in tune and very intuitive, I'm not sure when your birthday is, but I'm a Cancer, so we're very much in tune with reading people and stuff like that. So I always look for ones that are sincere and that, you know what I mean? I like JoJo Ballistic and stuff like that just do reads. And like I said, it's not an act. It's just, hey, I'm doing a read. This is what I do, and I'm good at it. Well, but yeah, so if ever you have time, maybe email me instead so I see it. At acrimingshame@gmail.com. Anyways, nice to see you in here, The Reckoning. Have you seen her channel at all, Louis? I think you have. Not. Oh, you haven't?
I don't think so.
I'm amazed.
The name doesn't sound familiar, but
no,
it could possibly be something I've watched and just didn't catch the name that was on there.
I think one day it just hit my, like in my algorithm or something like that. I don't know. And then I remember watching, quite a few episodes when I was taking a break last month, and I was watching quite a few episodes and stuff like that. And I haven't watched as many lately, not gonna lie, just because I've been working on my own stuff. But last month I took a break, just watching things or whatever. Anyways, because I know that you do that stuff, and a good friend of ours too as well, has come on here and done some reads and talked about it. And Angela Thomas was great too. We had Angela Thomas on. But anyways, now I'm just rambling. I've only been up since 5 this morning. No, 7. I got 5 hours sleep, like I told you. My husband came in the room. I couldn't even tell you that he came and said goodbye to me. As he was like, honestly, it was like a total blur. But sometimes, like I said, when you're a creator, like this video that's coming out tomorrow for Nicola Bully. Oh, like I said, definitely a couple days worth of work and then uploading and stuff like that. Sometimes I do want to kick myself because I'm one of those people. It doesn't matter if it's a birthday party or something. I always overdo things sometimes, because I like playing with the creative stuff. You are true to who you are, and we'll say that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's it. I just like people that are just like, just real, not fakes. Can't stand fakes. Just be real. Just be you. Do you. Whatever you is, do you. I'd rather see that than when people pretend to be something that they're not. But each to their own. Pardon?
Unless you're batshit crazy, and then I prefer you be someone else.
There's a few of those out there for sure. Anyway, yeah. So, there's really not much to talk about with Richard Allen, to be honest with you. Besides, yeah, like honestly, besides, because it's 15th. It's June 15th.
Yeah.
So between you and Lewis, you guys see that date going down, or do you actually think that one will get postponed as well?
Oh, did I tell you? Carroll County did email me back finally. Did I tell you that, Sonny?
Oh, they emailed me back to tell me that it's of course confidential. Yeah. I love it when you get that back, right? Yeah.
Wait. Oh, they gave me all the information. No, I'm kidding. No, they told me it was confidential. For now. They said for now.
We used to get, usually you email Carroll County.
I was like, Trish, don't string me along.
I know. But every time we request anything from frickin' Delphi, it's always confidential. It's, now, only in the last bit, everything is confidential.
Yeah. No, I appreciate the people at the county clerk's office immensely.
Of course,
if I worked for the county clerk's office, do you know how annoyed I would be every time I got those emails? Can you send me this?
Right. He'd never get bond. Yeah. It's just it's kind of one of those things is that we're in that stage where we're playing that waiting game. There's not really big amounts of information coming out, just justice for Abby and Libby at the end of the day. That's my biggest fear is that Abby and Libby won't get the justice that they deserve, and it just would break my heart. And not because partially because you spend so much time caring about a case, and but it's about the girls. You just want justice because. Go ahead.
No, I was sorry. Did you see the picture that I sent you of the updates they did to the ballpark? It looks beautiful.
Yes. Let me look for those. I got those.
I just remembered that that came out the other day, and I was like, oh, they made it so much bigger.
I meant to show them the other day because when you put them there, whoops! Oh, come on! What happened? Where'd they go? All of a sudden I jumped down on my thing. Gotta go back up. Where's Twinkies? Oh, there's Twinkies. There they are. Get on there. Yeah, sorry, I meant to bring it up on the other live the other day too. And then
I forgot until.
So yeah. And don't forget, you guys, that I think the walk is it July 1st? Is the walk?
Yeah, yes it is.
I think it was July 1st, right? That they're doing the Abby and Libby walk. Don't forget, hey, guys. Colette. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Colette. How are you? But yeah, let's take a look at these pictures really quick. So, this is a wonderful thing. I love this. This is the memorial, that they've been building for Abby and Libby. It's such a great memento for their memory,
Yeah. Really I especially love the picture where there's people actually playing softball on the field. I was like, because we know that both Libby and Abby were gonna play softball together. in the spring of 2017, but they never got the chance. So
yeah,
I loved that they released these pictures of the park.
Oh, me too. When I seen them and I seen people on it, all I could picture was Abby and Libby. That I mean, yeah, I mean, this is great. Unfortunately, those girls aren't here, but it's so great to have a memory of them like this. This is amazing for that small town, to be able to provide this.
Yeah.
Because in small towns, like honestly, normally it's crap. Like their fields and that.
I mean, for a town of 3,000 people, this is a state of the art facility, in my opinion.
Yeah. And it definitely costs a lot of money, you guys. So you guys know that they have the, you can donate to the, of course, the park and stuff like that. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Absolutely. I'm trying to search for some community book boxes for the Flora Girls.
Oh. Lisa, that's so sweet.
That's so sweet. Yeah, Flora Girls. Yeah.
Lisa, reach out to me if you need any help. Reach out to me because I'm a huge proponent of those community book boxes, or like the public library little things like they put out on like for people. I assume that's what you mean.
Yeah, that's as big as Delphi itself. You're right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's such a great deal. It takes a lot of money to run those things and keep them going. Yeah. So, if your pocketbooks are a little bit bigger, maybe donate $5, $10, whatever, to the park. I should always have that link. We all know Mr. Hughes has that link on there. Well, no, he doesn't have the link. We donate to him first, and then he donates to. Yeah.
No, Lisa, don't hesitate. If you want help or whatever, just reach out to me.
Right, check a book and leave a house that looks like a little house.
I'd love to be a part of that.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what you're talking about personally.
They're like these little boxes. They're like, and they call them like little libraries or whatever. And they put them out. We have them all over Charlotte. But it's a little box that's waterproof. And, they're on street corners or wherever. And you can take books and drop them off and leave them in there. And then people can pick them up and take them. And then, so it's kind of just like a free book exchange.
Yeah. Hey, Trader, get on here. Get on the live. Get over here. Alexa. So there's our Alexa. Hey, did Lacey make it back from over at the Drunk Turkey show? Because Alexa, there she is. Add her to stream. Hey, Alexa. Can you hear me? Alexa.
Hello, can you hear me?
No, can you hear me?
Should I walk out and come back?
No, I'm just messing with you. You know that.
Hi, Alexa.
She's. Oh. No, I could hear you, Alexa. I was kidding. Those are great things. Did she not hear you when I said okay, people should know by now when I usually say that I'm lying.
You're such a bitch.
I know where she says, "Can you hear me?" No, I can't hear you. But you guys, if I'll never forget this. So when Adam called my messenger and I said, "I'm sorry, I can't come to Messenger right now," or something like that, and then Adam hung up on me, and I call him right back, and I'm like, "Adam, why'd you hang up on me?" He goes, "Because I got your answering machine." And I was like, "Play Alexa."
Can you hear me?
No, can you hear me? No, just kidding. Don't.
We can hear you, Alexa.
We can hear you.
Seriously?
She was tricking you.
I can hear you. I was tricky. I told
you.
The
first time she was tricking me?
Yes. Yeah. I told you. I even said it, and I'm like, and the next thing you know, you popped off.
Okay. No, because honestly, because I'm a little laggy.
Oh,
these are from Alexa, everyone.
Oh, hold on. These are from
that
Sunny.
The first one? Is that the first package or the second bag?
That's the second bag for him.
You should have bought more. Then I was like, I should have got you more.
And you packaged them in the cutest box. I said that the other night when you weren't on here, but I was like, oh, Alexa, she sent it in the cutest box. I was like, it was so Alexa. It was like a pinkish box with flowers on it.
But actually, there was another thing that I had got you, and she didn't put it because I put that and I left it to put it in another bag.
Traitor.
But I asked somebody to do me a favor, and she didn't put the other thing, and I was like, oh my god. Hey, Daniel, how are you?
Okay, yeah. Hold on a second, because this makes me laugh. Okay, so all of a sudden, we start this live, eh? Louis, say hi back. Louis, he's on his thing. I think he had to go do his thing. So, anyways, I just went blurry. Hold on. So, anyways, so you told me that you were going on Daniel's show, right? And you thought that he had asked us to, or whatever it was. So this whole time, up until the live, I thought you were talking about Daniel from Never Silent. So I thought, oh, you're going to go on Peace's show, right? And so we start the live, and Shelley.
Told you, Daniel.
No, Daniel is Peace Not Silent.
There are two Daniels.
I don't know him like that. I only know him as Peace Silent.
So,
right. By the way, hi Daniel.
So hi Daniel. So Shelley, who's our Fink, right? Shelley knows it.
Oh, you got tattled on.
She's like, Alexa's over in a Drunk Turkey show, on the Drunk Turkey show. And I'm like, no, she's not. She's on Daniel, Peace Not Silenced, live tonight. And then all of a sudden, she's like, no, she's on the Drunk Turkey show. And that's when it dawned on me, oh, that Daniel. So the first 15 minutes of this live, we're taking the piss out on both of you. Yeah.
Right. I think, though I'm pretty sure, I think we have about the same number of people in the chat right now as they did over in Drunk Turkey the other night.
Yeah.
So we might have a few more, but
I mean,
don't worry about that.
Yeah.
You'll get there, Daniel.
Yeah.
I didn't even see. Honestly, I was a little nervous. I didn't even want to see and get more nervous. But no, they're lovely. They're really nice people. So
yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, Alexa broke our contract now, right? New criminal, Daddy Daniel. So, I mean, the difference here is that R55 is just a deception. I know when I looked, because I went over to see if you guys were still on, because Alexa was like, well, I'll come on after I'm done over there, thinking that Peace Not Silence, right? But Daniel had far less than we did. He only had 855 at one time that I looked.
Sonny, that's like half of your block list.
I know. My block list is more than that. That's the problem right there,
No, how was the show, Alexa?
Yeah. And I just got to let the cat out, so I'll be right back.
Yeah.
No, it was good. It was very interesting. I mean, they're very nice. I like that they're very laid back, but it was a very nice life.
Did you drink?
At first, I was a little nervous because no, I was drinking Crown Royal.
Oh, that's right. We heard you were drinking Crown Royal. We got a little bit of a play-by-play. So.
Oh my God! You really got all those.
No, huh? I actually. Were you guys talking Idaho, or what were you talking about?
We were talking Idaho.
Okay. So I believe someone did say that Sonny owes you a Crown Royal if BK is guilty, or something like that. So I don't know what that means, but
no. When I went over, there was one comment staring at me, and it said something like, "So Alexa, what did it say? So something like, you'll buy me a Crown Royal if BK is not guilty," or something like that. And then it said A, and I said, well, first of all, it must be Canadian, because it had the big A at the end of it, and then it had a big laughing face, and that's the only comment that I caught. As I looked over was that one, and I'm like, I had to think about that one, so I had to go back and look at it again. And is it still up? Oh, is that still up, that comment? Let me just scroll. Oh no, I think I refreshed. Darn it. Oh well. Anyways.
What did they say?
I don't know if they were being a smart ass to you or whatever. So it said something like, so Alexa, if BK is not guilty, you something about buying a Crown Royal, but then it had an A, and then it had a cracking up face. So I took it like it was an insult one, but I wasn't sure what you guys were even talking about because I had only just seen the comment and I was like, it must be Canadian. So obviously it was polite.
No, I mean, most people were really nice. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'll have
their chat is really nice.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Like, we love the boys. I love those boys.
Yeah.
I get Sunny. Sunny. So, do you think it's because we're not experts, we weren't invited on?
Yeah, I feel like if I had a stripper pole, I would probably have made it if they were doing one of those nights. But I feel like my expertise in doing dishes.
I honestly, at the beginning, I thought you guys were going to do the show. I even said, "Oh yeah," like everybody agreed on the date.
So I took a BuzzFeed quiz once on like, could you solve a crime? I said yes.
I Googled myself and made myself a little doctorate. I just don't have it hanging in behind me here. But truly, I mean, I can Google pretty much anything and put my name on it nowadays. I should really do that. I mean, honestly, people would believe it. All you have to do is put some plaques behind you, and there you go. But
no, we're not discrediting Alexa's experience and her resume at all, because we value you. Sonny, we have to lift her up a little bit. She's gonna.
Oh, Alexa, you're awesome and amazing. I love you. I missed you. Missed you. I just want you to note the one that's spending time with her husband, right there. You see her? You see her comment right there? The one that's spending time with her husband tonight. I just posted my first voiceover video on Flora tonight. I'm pretty sure you should be spending time with your husband. But anyway, no, you guys. It's been a LOL. We saw Koberger's signature and wanted a handwriting expert. Yeah, actually, didn't we do Koberger's before? At some point? Yeah, we did actually, because it was sloppy. I remember he had kind of, because remember how he signed that paper when he was signing the one? I remember.
Yeah, it appeared like he had cuffs on and was trying to reach with the pen, and it was a weird angle. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I know you, Alexa. That it's been a long time because you've you basically abandoned us and left your children alone.
Actually, no. Let's set the let's set the record straight. I was willing to come, but you said no. It's okay. We don't need you today. Because I even had my microphone with me and my lights. So
she didn't tell me that. Alexa, she didn't tell me that.
I was the one that needed.
What kind of drink? Are you drinking Crown Royal?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, that's what you heard.
Is that why that Crown Royal comment was possibly up there?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, everybody was saying.
Can I interrupt everyone for just a minute and be like,
Crown Royal?
if you missed the first hour of the live tonight, we did read a transcript exclusive of what happened in court yesterday, word for word, for Kegan Kline. So if you're interested in that, just go back and watch. I think it started about the 25-30 minute mark. And I literally read verbatim what was said in court. So it's worth watching.
Thank you. I want to come back and watch it. Yeah.
I heard Lacey was over in the thing, and I made a specific video. And at first I had actually made it for you, Alexa. But then because you wanted a picture yesterday of Kegan Klein, and then I was like, at first I did it for you, and then I thought about Lacey and how much she always tries to hit on Adam on all the time on me while we're live, right? Adam's my online husband, and everyone knows that. So back off, right, Lewis? Who's my third, fourth? Right, okay. So just quickly, because you missed it, Alexa, I'm just going to show it again.
I am so laggy. I don't know why. Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, I did listen. I'm so laggy. I don't know why.
Not to ask you.
That's what Daniel and them said.
Okay, 1 second. Hold on.
Oh.
Nothing so
I Love Twinkies is sponsored by Eat Right and Stay Healthy. Have your Twinkie today. We know Kegan does. Or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. You know, Lacey, you're always trying to hone in on my guy, Adam. But you know what? Adam's mine. But I'm going to give you a present. This is the gift that keeps on giving. And eating, of course. I hope you have deep pockets, Lacey. Lacey, just simply say thank you, okay? That actually was for you originally. But then I was like, no. Lacey, keep trying to hone in on Adam all the time.
Wow. Okay. I think I'm going to play this show. I think I'm going to play that video. Every time I'm tempted to eat something. Like, that's going to be like my biggest inspiration. She'll have it by my fridge. Holy cow. I mean, I shouldn't make fun of anybody, but
I just feel bad for whoever gets that jumpsuit next. It was tucked up in there.
That backside, yes. I try not to look, but my eyes been there.
You know,
yeah.
I know.
It was clutched up in that prison purse, as Blaine would have said.
Oh my Lord!
You know, when we were camping too, I had bought Twinkies for the boys, and because like in those boxes they have ding dongs and Twinkies and whatever. And honestly, they were just sitting there powering them back. But after, honestly, but I always make fun of Kegan and call him Twinkie Boy or whatever like that. But so I'm sorry if it could turn anybody off from having Twinkies anymore, but stay healthy. But it's so hard not to make fun of Pumpkin. He looks like a big round pumpkin, doesn't he?
Don't ruin Halloween for us.
My God.
Yeah.
My stomach hurts now.
Well, that's from the booze, though. That's the problem right there.
My God. I don't think I have enough in me after what I saw. My God, I think I have to go for the bottle.
He's like one of those gross gourds with like warts all over it.
Oh, I know. Did you see his neck? Like that little hump in the back of the neck? Oh. He just looks dirty, and I don't like talking about people because that's not nice.
No,
but he just looks dirty, like one of those people that don't shower.
I know.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not even a person.
He earned that right. Yes, he did. He earned the right that we can make fun. Yes, yeah.
For all the things that he's done. So.
Yeah.
But he just looks like one of those people that don't shower. He probably smells too.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Well, I guess we should have Noah on the channel and just ask Noah. Noe, Flybird, Big Bird.
Who?
The guy that inserts himself into the case that was Kegan Kline's cellmate? That guy? Remember the guy that inserted himself into the case? That was Kegan Kline's cellmate that came up with those pictures.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, the picture of wife Lilith was iconic, honestly. That was almost like a spitting image. That one.
Sunny, really did you want to play the exclusive clip of him leaving court that I sent you yesterday?
Sure, I can do that. Did you just send it to me again?
Yeah.
Lewis, I don't think that you've seen this.
Probably not.
No, I think I still have it
either.
1 second. I accidentally hit forward.
Did it self-destruct?
No. Yeah. 1 second here. 1 second. Okay.
This is actual footage of Keegan Klein being taken out of court.
Okay. I'm just gonna do it this way. Present. I'm just gonna show it from the Facebook. Okay.
You affiliated with the Delphi murders? Did you kill Abby and Libby?
Is that Carino?
Oh.
You affiliated with the Delphi murders? Did you kill Abby and Libby?
Okay, we don't need. Okay, I can't hear that screaming piggy. I listened to that 5 times yesterday on there. Did I close off my? Oh no, I didn't. Shoot, I hate it when I don't close off my Facebook properly. Damn it. That's why I never do it from that. But anyways, honestly, Adam, I wasn't even expecting that. I was expecting the actual one. I totally forgot about that one.
That was. I made that purely. It was not to make fun of Kegan Klein. It was to get Sunny back for making Beatrice scratch me.
It's such an irritating sound, that pig squealing. I was like, oh, and then once I honestly thought that was the real clip. It didn't even dawn on me that was that one that you sent later. All right. So anyway, so how did the Drunk Turkey show go? You guys were like I said, on for a couple hours, and yeah. Were you having
No, it was really good.
Were you having separation issues?
Almost. No, it was okay. I mean, at first I was like, oh, I'd never done a live by myself.
I know.
But they made me feel very, very welcome and at home. So honestly, it felt like I was here. So
they're cool.
I mean, they were nice. I mean, honestly, somebody else asked me a few weeks ago to come and do our live, but I was like, no. I'm like, honestly, I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
It's
doing
okay.
it by
You can tell us.
I'm like, I prefer
Oh. Sorry, Lacey. You're going to have to go watch the freaking live again. If you want to see that special video I made for you, but you, I guess you bailed over to the Drunk Turkey show. Shelly told on you. All right. So I told her to give me the list. But anyways, the Drunk Turkey show, no. I know that's your thing too. Is that they're just laid back and relaxed guys. Very nice guys. Just very nice. Yeah. And that's what I love about them too, because I don't like stuffy and, and pretentious and stuff like that. I just like, just talk and just people that are just down to earth and real, and Big Blue. I swear I'm going to take his green screen picture that he has going on there. I feel like I'm in a tiki hut every time I see that. And I just want to put some back, definitely. But yeah, anyways, so now that you've experienced separation from us, don't do that again. Don't do that again. Until next week.
And everyone, I'm going to drop Deb's newest videos link in the chat, just since she did a Flora video, and she did her own voiceover work on it. So I just put it in the chat. I can't wait to watch it later.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say it's her first voice one. Next step, alive.
Ooh, I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. I know, because normally...
Is that the one that you said? Okay, let me see it.
Yeah. Because normally Debs are just like more words and the words, right? Yeah. Yeah.
And I have to say, putting your voice on a video, it's one thing doing a live, because I don't rewatch them, but then when you make a video, you have to listen to it and watch it before you post it. It's excruciating to listen to your own voice. And I've told Deb and Sunny about this, where like, it's so it's like listening to yourself on your voicemail. You don't sound how you think you do. So when you do your own voiceover work for the first time, you're like, oh, that's horrible. But I'm sure Deb, because Deb had a radio show, we know Deb's going to be amazing.
Yeah. I was like, Sunny, you sound sexier than ever. Yeah. That's what I thought. My problem is this, Deb, is when you're doing a recording and you screw up and you screw up and you screw up to the point that you're so tired of saying it that it's just like, oh, whatever, forget it.
Oh, I know.
That's what I hate, is those ones where, like, honestly, and especially, or that you've sat there and recorded something for about a half an hour and then you realized my freaking my freaking mic was on mute.
Or it can be the silliest thing sometimes too. I've had to like redo please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel, like 10 times before, because like hit the like button and consider.
Yeah. There's just some days you wake up and it's like, you're really tired, and then there's some days I impress myself where as tired as I am, sometimes I can spit stuff out, but typically I can't. And then it's like, and then you'll hear me go, for fuck's sake, type of thing. But anyways, proud of you, Deb. There we go. So, yeah, that's nice. So I think she secretly lied to us and said she wanted to spend time with her husband.
No, they went fishing, she said.
Oh, did you guys go fishing? Everybody's gone fishing. Yeah. So, what we were talking about, of course, over here was the whole Kegan Kline thing. And the fact that his attorney, what's the terminology that was used for that? He not recused himself. He what was
a motion to withdraw the appearance.
Motion to withdraw.
Whether that relates to the attorney, I mean, Lewis would know better than us. But that's the only thing in my mind that would track with that motion and the rumors that we heard today.
So he dismissed his lawyer?
It seems like he put a request in to do that.
Right. I'd heard a rumor this morning that he'd fired his lawyer. I don't think you can fire a public defender, also as Hudis pointed out as well. But, so I think what really happened, and I heard this from a credible source, that his attorney asked to be removed. And that then, at 4:15 this afternoon, they released the motion to withdraw the appearance. So, we'll find out eventually what the truth is, but we know Keegan lies, so I would not be surprised to find out that he was lying when he said he fired the attorney.
Yeah. So,
but
I don't know. It always seems like a 3-ring circus, the whole court thing. Motion, this, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I know it's part of it. Hey, Mariah's doing that weird thing. I know it's all part of it, but come on. We were down to like the frickin' 11th hour, 12th hour, whatever you want to call that thing. And then all of a sudden, dude, I literally frickin' only had 2.5 hours sleep to pull that bullshit. Seriously, 2.5 hours sleep to have 2 hours wasted. Yeah, I hope you don't get no frickin' Twinkies for a week. But obviously that's not going to happen, I can see. Someone's feeding him well. Like, honestly. Someone is feeding him well. He's eating well. Very well. Deb? You been sending Kagi some money? I don't know. Is a live
someone...
Shelley.
Thank you, Shelley. Someone messaged me earlier when we were talking about the Iggy thing, and they said, "Oh, it's too bad it's not Carroll County because then he could get that other loser that represents all the people in Delphi, meaning Fouts."
Fouts, Judge Fouts, yeah. Wouldn't that be the most that cat's ass? Judge Fouts is no. Would be. Shelley, don't backtalk over there. Shelley says that. What did she put? I'm looking to revoke my membership. Yeah, you just pipe down over there, Shelley. You did a good job thinking out those people over there at the DTS. Yeah. I thought you meant Daniel from Peace Not Silenced. That's what got me. I totally forgot Daniel from Drunk Turkey Show.
Yeah. Hey, J Moon says he is probably doing favors for Honey Bones. J Moon, someone has to be willing to want that favor.
Wife Lilith is just playing them like a fiddle. Darn well she's just playing them. There's no love connection there. She's just playing them like a fiddle. Simple as that. Whatever. Whatever. But I don't know. Any what do you guys else? I don't honestly what, Alexa?
No, I said she's also sending money to Richard Allen?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know.
She claims that she is. I mean, I really don't want to talk. I personally don't. I'm like, with her, but
I think you're in denial, Adam.
Do you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you think I'm really attracted to her?
As much as I want. Well, I mean, you know my deep desire for Kegan Klein, truly. I mean, I might seem like I don't want him, but that's not true. That's not true. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's okay if you upchuck behind the scenes there, Alex. But anyways, we don't want to get on that topic anyway. I don't know. Yeah. Lewis, Alexa, say what you want. Alexa, you've been missed. Lewis, we're not letting you speak too much right now. Go ahead. Anybody? She showed up.
It's okay.
Well,
no, I'm just fighting this because I'm like a little laggy here.
Yeah.
Not to us, but maybe I get it. Yeah.
Well, like Adam said earlier, after I brought it up, I still think that I don't think this is a delay tactic that was planned. I think this is more of a line of he was expecting something to come from maybe something he gave them and it didn't come to fruition. And this was his last-ditch effort.
Last-ditch effort, yeah.
And then with the stuff that was brought up with what Adam read, I still think that might be the reason behind exactly why he wants a dismissal of his attorney. I think there's going to be something that comes from the fact that information was not able to be sent and could only be viewed in-house, which that's odd. I mean, what information would you have that you couldn't release unless it's, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
If it's an underage child, if there's an underage child and they're in CCM material, would it not make sense that an attorney that represents them could get some sort of injunction that requires that to be kept in-house and not to be distributed?
I would think that you would block the pictures or blur the pictures, but still send the documents. So if the documents were excluded because of what was in them, you could still block those out and send the documents, which I think it comes down to the documents and what he had said about the names that were on the top of the screenshots. So that would have been, I think there was a workaround away from not sending them.
Right.
But,
that was from 2 years ago, that interview.
Right. Well, that interview was, we don't, so we don't know. I'm 50-50 on, like I said, my mind immediately went to what we were talking about earlier with what Lewis just said. But, at the end of the day, I also know that Keegan Klein is a coward, and I feel like he is ultimately going to delay this as long as he can. And if he finds any tactic whatsoever to delay, he's going to find a way to try to do it. Whether it's successful or not, who knows? But, I still feel like an argument can be made for either one of those.
Yeah. I think those are the two strongest possible outcomes from what his interaction with the court was.
I can't get over 2 hours for me. 2 hours.
There's always a third option, Maybe his girlfriend was communicating with his attorney, and there's a three-way triangle here that needs to be addressed. I don't know.
She was, the ex-girlfriend, or you mean the new, okay.
I was being facetious, but yeah.
I got you. Mm-hmm. Alexa, JPW Dodd, your son's presentation.
Oh, the presentation. Oh, yeah.
Presentation.
They had presentations. One was President Washington, and the other one was Benjamin Franklin. It went well. Thank you. Yeah, because one of the days that you guys were doing a live, she told me, but I said, you know what? I'm like, if I go in, and I think I told you to, if I go in, I'll get sucked into the chat and I will never finish. So I watched you guys on replay because I'm like, I know I will put everything down.
We missed you.
And I had to finish it. So.
Yeah, Ray, I wasn't invited either. Actually, I was.
There was a live earlier. Which one? Mine?
Yeah.
Which one? You were invited, liar.
I know. I said, yeah. I was trying to make Ray feel better.
Oh, yeah. No, Adam, forget it. I sometimes I just need a space from Adam.
Oh, the Nicola bully?
Live? Yeah.
The Nicola.
Yeah, because I have a really good video coming out tomorrow.
I can't wait.
You know, I mean,
and we need to schedule our live with John, another live with John, because I mean, I've watched his videos a few times now with when he went to the when he went to the to the St. Michael's.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm hitting that point of the night where my brain's like, stop thinking.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've asked him a couple times to come back or come on, but he's always usually doing videos. But the next live we do for Nicola is on his channel for sure because he was on here last.
Isn't it my turn? Okay.
Right. Who are you again? Right. Who's that channel? That was a good first live. Less the fact that you didn't know. But that was a good live with Figgy. That you got that one.
Oh yeah, you did the one with Fig. I haven't watched it yet, but I have to go back.
That was
and
a good
watch
live.
it.
Well, actually, there's only 55 people in here, but I do have a question. So, would anyone have any other? If Hannah would want to do an interview, would anyone have other questions for Hannah that weren't answered on Fig's live?
Hannah Montana.
I was thinking about I wouldn't want to waste Hannah Shakespeare's time, but if people have questions that they still want answered, I'll see if she wants to do a live.
Absolutely. You don't mean you can talk and don't have to have questions ready?
Huh?
That's not hard. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're talking about on yours. All right. I'm not invited. Mm-hmm. That's right.
You're invited. You're always invited.
Do I get a Twinkie?
I mean, it's your StreamYard. You can just come in when you want.
Yeah. Adam, I can't do it myself because I feel the betrayal that I made Lacey a video. Can you say hi to Lacey for me, please? I can't bring myself to do it yet. I made a video especially for her. And where was she? Where were you, Lacey? Shelly, do you want to tell us where Lacey was? And I made a video especially for her. Oh, actually, it was, in all fairness, it was truly for Alexa first, and then I made it for Lacey. You're just going to have to go back and watch it, Lacey. When? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, you're here now. Where were you before? And don't lie to me, Lacey. Adam, when Lacey says she loves you now, do you think she means it?
Yeah. I'm easy.
That's true. Anyways. I don't know, you guys. What do you guys? Is there anything else to talk about? I'm just kind of wiped from the day, to be honest with you. The whole Kegan Kline thing really pissed me off. That I spent 2 hours, I was up at 6 o'clock. I went to bed at like 3:30 or whatever the heck it was. 2.5 hours sleep I got just for that bull crap to happen. I mean, it is what it is, right? That's right, DTS. I didn't know it was supposed to be a secret. That's right, Shelly. Shelly got my back. Lacey's just going to have to hit rewind and go watch it. I played it twice in the live. It was especially for you. Say you're welcome now. You're welcome. Mm-hmm.
No, it's not supposed to be a secret.
Nah, we're just taking a piss. You know that. It's a long weekend here for us. Like I said,
here.
I know. Your guys is next week. Yeah. I don't know. Alexa, is there anything you guys want to talk about? I don't know. My brain's just too lazy to honestly.
I'm open for anything you want to bring up.
Well, I'm open for those people that are in chat right now to bring up something. What do you guys want to talk about in chat for another? Oh, we're already at 2 hours. Wow.
I say I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Good night.
Oh, look at the time. Yeah, no. I totally missed you, Alexa. And I know it's probably been a long day for you as well. Do you have to go back, Alexa, or is that it?
No, that's it. That's it. I mean, for now, yeah.
Yeah. Did your husband and the kids come up and see you?
Yeah, they came. My husband came one weekend by himself, and then the kids came one weekend.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Deb
just
it was
says,
weird because it was supposed to be just like a couple days, and then it got extended. So, but it was nice.
Deb just says there's a group of people saying that Ron Logan is still alive.
Deb, I told you to get out of that.
I had posted some stuff in our community page, on my community page, and in our Facebook group the other day, because all of the stuff about Ron Logan has been coming out, and someone thought that I was being mean to Frank, because I guess Frank did a live about some information, because I released a whole bunch of information about Ron Logan, and it had nothing to do with Frank. I was referring to the group that Deb's talking about. That there are these people that literally are trying to claim Ron Logan is in the witness protection program and that he's still alive. So, there's nothing malicious in any of that. I was trying to point out the insanity of the people that think Ron Logan is still alive and that he's BG, because he's not.
I mean, that's probably the same group that's in the Elvis group that's alive. That's alive, and the Diana group that's alive. It's probably those same people. And I mean, I take their information and flush down the toilet exactly where it belongs.
Like the Michael Jackson one.
Like Michael Jackson. Yeah. Without people like that to give you a good laugh, I mean, honestly, it does give you a giggle, because it's so ridiculous that it actually becomes funny that people actually say that stuff. But hey, if you're in that far of outer space, keep going, to be honest. Right.
Have fun with Joe Louise and as a whatever, and True Crime, whoever those nonsense fools are. Have fun.
I want to talk to Elon Musk there and have him make a special flight for you. Yeah. Seriously. That stuff just makes me laugh, to be honest with you. I can't even take it seriously. But there's actually people that actually believe that crap,
Yeah, like Lisa.
I know. Lisa's so gullible that way. It does sound plausible, doesn't it?
And that is sad, because, because then they start making more rumors, and then, people, and then there are people, like credible, so quote unquote credible people on TV, that they start saying that, that he's BG and he's the one who, unalive the girls.
Like Jennifer. Like Jennifer Coffenhopper.
Yeah. And it gives
Jennifer
more.
Jennifer Coffenhopper thinks that Ron Logan's BG.
Mm-hmm. Also, that other detective that's on TV and was with Frank, Jansen guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're trying to
Chris
push.
Todd's got to try to sell books,
Yeah. And he's probably, in profit with him on that, to be honest with you. Like, it wouldn't shock me if they were kind of in profit, with it.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, it takes all kinds.
I don't mean to dog on people, but some things go a little further than I can even tolerate, and I feel like I'm pretty tolerant. I feel like I tolerate quite a bit.
Yeah, whatever. It's a good laugh.
You just get past the height difference, you'd cross off half these accusations.
I know. How can they compare Ron Logan to the BG? Did he go? It's freaking right, Jack and
Don't ask them. They'll try to tell you.
I know. First of all, I had to get out of the only Facebook groups I'm in.
We're gonna get hate on Reddit now.
Yeah, come at us, Reddit. We don't care about you either. Shred it, Reddit. It's, honestly, I mean, I think there's good and bad in all this shit, but I had to leave Facebook groups a long time ago. I'm only in a few, and those are the missing one Debs. I mean, I don't know why I'm still in Debs, to be honest. It's pretty.
Deb's got a good one. Deb's got a good Facebook group, and anyone that wants to join Deb's True Crime Notebook on Facebook, it's a good Facebook group.
Yeah.
I don't like Facebook groups, but there are very few that I belong to, and I like.
I'm not into the drama. But those big Facebook groups out there, those things are just too toxic, man. They're just too toxic, honestly. It's like some of these people on the internet don't have lives whatsoever. They're just toxic. Not all of them, but a good chunk of them, especially in those, the Delphi ones were nasty. Don't get me wrong. There's a few smaller, like it's when they're those big ones, right? And then I don't know. It feels like a bunch of pack yaks that are just sitting there, piranhas, just waiting to attack you. Just anyone that can. It's just ridiculous. Hate those things. Yeah. I mean, I'm not one to sit there. I'm just here's a big one of those, and oh, ouch! You kicked me from your Facebook group. Ooh, that hurt. Not. But yeah, I don't like those. But I mean, I don't even use my own darn Facebook, to be honest with you. All I do is just go around and do my posts for my lives. Good enough. I just couldn't be asked for that stuff. The reason why I deleted my original Facebook that I had from a long time ago was because I couldn't stand all the stupid drama on it. And that was just from family members.
Wait, here's the link to Deb's Facebook group for anyone that doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't even know she had one.
Yeah, and it's I just put it in the chat. So anyone that wants to join Deb's Facebook group, it should be there.
Yeah, Alexa, I would really love to watch, or have like when we do a live at some point here. I'd really like to just hear your thoughts on Barry Morphew's interview that he did. Was actually, mind if I play it now? I'll go find it.
No, don't tell me. No.
We could do a whole episode on that.
Honestly, I'm tired. But don't tell me. Don't tell me which one.
No, okay.
Yeah. Because then I'll see it and then I'll be, predisposed to it. No.
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
All right.
No, honestly, right now my brain is frozen.
You go. I know. Alexa, go rest. Go rest. You've had a long day.
Oh, hey, it's almost 2:13. We should go.
Yeah, we're gonna get going here anyway. I mean, I feel like we've only been on an hour, to be honest, even though I've been doing stuff all day. But I was working on a Lucy Letby video prior to the live, and then it struck me to make a fine, lacy. Okay, one last time, you guys. I gotta play it. Just one last time for Lacey. Gosh. Just 1 second.
Oh, come on.
Twinkle, 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 twinkle. Twinkle. I love twinkles. Love them so much.
I Love Twinkies is sponsored by Eat Right and Stay Healthy. Have your Twinkie today. We know Kegan does. Or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. Lacey, you're always trying to hone in on my guy Adam. But you know what? Adam's mine. But I'm going to give you a present. This is the gift that keeps on giving. And eating, of course. I hope you have deep pockets, Lacey. Lacey, just simply say thank you, okay? Sorry, Lacey.
Oh my goodness. Was that the pouty face Deb was talking about?
Yeah. If anyone says that he's not attractive, seriously, you guys got issues. Because that's
he's attractive from like the
head up?
No, from maybe the lip, like the lips to the nose, maybe.
No.
That's it.
No. Yeah, you're welcome, Lacey. And then
maybe there's one portion of his bald head that's good looking. I don't know.
I think
egg roll.
It was like watching it, big egg roll kind of come out of the thing there, and you're just like, holy crud, dude! You were so not starving whatsoever. I don't know.
Right.
And just because he's sick, anyone that does anything like that to children, it's just disgusting. But he is disgusting. Yeah. So
he definitely cannot claim that he's being abused in jail.
Force fed?
Yeah, force fed, right? Let me hold you down, Kegan. He's in your mouth, dude. Yeah. Right? And then you got Richard
And
Allen.
question for you: the father never showed up yesterday. Is it true that he's in the hospital?
That's what I heard. But I mean, I don't think he would have come anyway, because I mean, I don't believe they've had any interaction now in 2 years almost.
He disowned his son, remember? Like, according to Rick Snee, he
And
blocked
Keegan.
him. Yeah. After the what?
I said all of it, all the food.
But I was gonna say I still want to do a live on that podcast. So I got things to say. I got things to say about that podcast. Nothing against Murder Sheets.
On which one?
If you have time, Alexa, when you're chilling out or whatever, do me a favor and watch the podcast on Murder Sheets where they're talking to Ali Conklin, the ex-girlfriend.
Okay,
and then
and
then Rick Snee will be talking. Like I said, just listen to it first. It was one of those things that I wanted to talk about because there's like just things on there I want to talk about, especially I mean Ali Conklin.
That was a girlfriend, right? That was KK's girlfriend.
It was his, but it wasn't his one that he said had supposedly. Like it was his one that was after the Delphi. But I want you to listen to
after
that
he came back from Vegas.
Yeah, like listen to her because being a profiler, it's an interesting one for you. And there's things I want to talk about for sure.
I this is completely off topic, but I know we're going to go in a second. But I started listening to a podcast the other night because I needed something that wasn't Delphi and wasn't Idaho, wasn't Nicola Bully, and that and it was an Indiana case, oddly enough, which I didn't mean for it to be about in Indiana, but it was about a quadruple homicide in 1989 I think it was near South Bend. Of this entire family was a minister and his 2 daughters and wife named the Pelly family. So anyone that's like looking for an interesting case to look up, Pelley. I'm hooked.
Yeah.
I'm hooked because there's some definitely parallels between the way things are kind of like small town America. Even though it's 1989 that this happened in. So I'm sure locals in Indiana probably remember the case.
And what's with also these homicides over there in freaking Monticello?
Oh yeah. 2 people got pulled from the river, right?
Yeah. Seems like it's a like every week thing that somebody's now getting pulled out of that river, like in Monticello. I don't know what's going on there. I personally thought it was because they let Jason Palladino out, and he's back to his old self again. Well, yeah, not even kidding. Well, no. I mean, someone like Jason Palladino. Come on, how long can you last out of jail before he's back in jail again? Really? Honestly, it's like certain families, and it's kind of like the Grigsbys as well. Like father, like son. So proud, right? So proud.
Especially since their judge isn't a judge anymore.
Yeah, especially since their judge isn't a judge anymore. Oh, Monticello. How do you know, Ray? You're not from Indiana. Is it? How do you say it? How do you say it? Lewis, how do you say Monticello?
It's Monticello in Indiana.
That's what I would say, Monticello.
Yeah.
What do you get this Monticello?
Adam, were you talking about the prom night murders?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The minister's son, Jeff.
Yeah, they thought that he was the one that had killed everybody first. Yeah.
He went to jail for it until it was overturned. Yeah.
That's an interesting case. Yeah.
Yeah,
is it sold or no?
I'm kind of hooked on it right now. Like I just started listening to it the other night, but I'm kind of hooked on it.
How long did he go to jail for?
I don't know yet, actually. I think it was overturned in like 2008, 2009, something like that.
Yep.
So, but it was cold for a very long time before he even went to trial for it. So.
Hey, did you guys hear about that? I only caught it just before this live, and you guys probably didn't, but there was something about this lady that's pregnant that got a bike, those kind that you pay for. And basically, bottom line, so there's this 6-month-old, something like some sort of nurse doctor thing or whatever.
Oh, the New York?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I heard about it. Don't know much, but I heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And me too. I just vaguely caught it. And so basically, they tried to call her a Karen and make her look like she was racist. And but again, right, how the internet can do it. But it was the all the news companies as well, right, portraying her that, like you got this black lady going, yeah, that's because it's a white world out there, and basically, and it was. But the bottom line was, they basically have destroyed this lady's career. And well, not no more, I'll tell you that much, because they portrayed it like she was this racist, when what really more happened was that it was something to do with a bike, and she paid for it, and then they said it was their bike to use or something like that.
Yeah, the black guy said that it was his, and then they made it into this racist thing.
Yeah. And right. And so people are portraying it like it was racist when it wasn't. And so basically the hospital that she works for, right? She's leaving work. She's tired, 12-hour shift. And the hospital even makes it sound like that, well, we got her under on leave for investigation, as we look into it. All this lady did was just try to leave to go when she's 6 months pregnant. And this guy's putting his hands on her stomach. Imagine that. Like you know what I mean? Must have been so freaking scary for her. I just caught it before I came on the live today. And basically the woman says, I don't want to press charges against them. It's a misunderstanding. But for all the slander and what she's gone through with her job and stuff, because of basically they took this lady's life in a freaking New York minute and smashed it to smithereens all across the internet, when it wasn't even what it seemed like. You were only seeing a glimpse. When people like Graz would always do that, take a glimpse, a peek, a piece of your clipping and try to mold it together and make it seem like it was something that you said when you didn't. Pretty much what happened there. So yeah, I don't know the full story. I just caught it, but I was watching it and I was just like, that's exactly how it is. The internet.
Yeah, because they label her now. It's like they call her the Karen, the bike Karen.
Yeah, but it always never phases me how fast people get on a freaking bandwagon and can literally destroy somebody's life, in a minute. That's the part I hate about the internet. It's one of the things I hate about the internet.
Oh, Shelly, I didn't know that.
What?
That case I was just talking about. I'll have to. Shelly said I think they did a Dateline or a 2020. I'll have to look that up because, like I said, I just came across this podcast, so sorry, Sonny, I didn't mean to.
There was a special or something on it, Adam. I don't remember what news or what station it was, but investigative reports maybe or something. But if you look into it, you'll find there's a few different things that were done.
Yeah, trust me. I was listening to this podcast, and like I said, I don't even know the whole case yet, but I was like, I'm hooked on it a little bit, and I'm like, I might want to do something with this case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pelley, Pelley.
Yeah, and like I said, it's old. It's from 1989, but
yeah.
But it intrigued me. And it's unsolved.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's just quickly say this. For me, the case that's intriguing me that I haven't touched yet is that I seen it before it really actually became a big deal the night before, which was that lady, the mother that wrote the book. That's being charged.
And then unalive the husband.
Yeah.
The grief woman.
Yeah, I keep wanting to do a video on that one because that one, it just, like, honestly, I mean, really, it's just one of those things. Like, it's like you're looking at this woman and you're looking at the husband, and my heart's just sinking knowing that she's been charged. Like that, literally, like what, like what kind of problems could you like? It's just the fact that people do this stuff. Like, literally, I'm gonna freaking put shit in my husband's cup or something like that.
And that was like the third time she tried doing it, because that was like her third attempt.
Right.
In his Moscow Mule, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. I was reading that, and the sister-in-law was saying like she was a monster, and the husband was like, you know what, she's gonna kill me. She's gonna unalive me. So.
Yeah, because she tried to change the life insurance or something. Like a few weeks before, she tried to change.
How can you look at your kids? And she said that she wrote the book to cope, for the kids and everything.
Yeah,
I'm like, how can you go to bed knowing?
Me? Are you with me?
What are her kids gonna say now?
I'm not with you because you killed me, type of thing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But people would do for money.
Oh, I know, right?
Sick.
Yeah, I know.
Like, wow. No respect for your kids, for your own kids. Wow.
Ginger's asking, hey Ginger, is asking what case you're referring to. I think you're talking about, it's a woman. What state is it in?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember.
I don't know.
I keep seeing it, but
she killed her husband by poisoning his. She put fentanyl in his Moscow Mule, right?
Yeah, but was that the one that? Yeah, but was that the first one or the second? Because I know she did 3. I don't remember the last one.
1 sec.
Because one was also she put in something else. I don't know the details, but I know that she tried 3 times. One was on Valentine's Day.
Let's see. Woman wrote a book. Let's see. Utah. Summit, Utah. So in March 2022, a father of 3 sons died unexpectedly at the age of 39 in Summit County, Utah, after drinking a Moscow Mule. Yeah.
Okay.
Freaking crazy. Here, let's just, I'm not going to play it, but I'll just quickly show it on here. Yeah, this chick here on there. No, it's not. Was it a doctor? No. There's so many, there's quite a few.
That's another one. That's the dentist. The dentist that poisoned his wife. That was in Colorado.
And remember, there's the lawyer guy or something that, like, there's a few, I mean, honestly, every time I turn around, I'm like, is it just me or is it, it's just
more cases. Yeah.
It just seems like
the dentist one is crazy because he just wanted to go and have a weekend with his mistress. And that's why he unalived the wife. And I'm saying, couldn't he just get a divorce or just leave her? That's it.
That's no different than Chris Watts, right?
Yep.
Same thing. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe.
I know it's wrong of me, but sometimes, like, when it's a woman against a man, I don't take it as serious. Because I'm like, oh, maybe he deserved it. But
really?
No, I'm kidding. I sent Sunny that thing that was like in Miami. It was like that woman that she went home with that guy and she robbed him of like $600,000.
And you know what the thing is? I said to Adam, is that a man?
I thought it was too.
I thought it was too. I thought it was a brazen transgender. And then you said it was a female. It looked like a man.
I mean, I'm just going off of what I read in the article. It said female, so.
Well,
I thought the same thing when I read it.
That doesn't mean anything nowadays.
Right. Nowadays, right? Because it could be a female.
But
yeah, because that looks like a man.
Yeah, that was. I don't know if did I see that on JP. What's his name? It was in Miami. I was just the other night. I think it came up on like NBC News or that JB. What's that WFLA?
I mean, there's so many. Yeah. And I mean, usually before it was almost like the people that would do this type of crimes, it would be like certain kind. But now it's like wives, suburbia, like anybody. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really, really crazy.
That's what it seems like. I just don't. Especially with technology the way it is today, cameras everywhere, all this stuff, blah 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 blah, and yet it's just like you're seeing like more and more and more and more of them, and I'm just like every time I turn around, I feel like I'm seeing like a lot more lately for some reason. What is that? Who's trying to? Hold on, is she single? Put your type right. Yeah. Come on. Where's the stupid thing?
Oh.
Oh my god. I don't know why my computer's so laggy. I don't even have 50 tabs open. Is Lacey cheating on me with you, trying to cheat with you again? As I'm on a different screen? Is that what's going on? What's going on here? Just trying to find. Oh, here it is, Adam. Let's see if I can. Okay. Let me just show it. It's only 2 minutes long. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, Deb's still here.
So yeah, sometimes we just share little clippings that we find throughout the week with each other. Like, oh, look at this, or
South Florida man.
Yeah.
Horrible because he decided to take a woman he just met home. He says once they got to his place, he was drugged and duped.
And to the tune of more than $600,000, he says. 7's Jessica Holly has more on the high-priced crime.
This woman just cashed in on a night out. According to police, she drugged a man and then robbed him, taking the elevator down with a $500,000 haul.
Does not look like a man.
Say, be careful. Do not take strangers home. And here we have it again.
Hold on.
Be careful. Do not take
her down with a half.
That looks like a man.
$1,000,000.
Do you think?
Dollar haul.
No.
Always say, be careful. Do not take strangers home. And here we have it again.
This time, police say it happened inside a penthouse in a Miami high-rise at Paramount Miami World Center at 851 Northeast 1st Avenue. But the ordeal began at a nightclub. It was May 7th inside the Dirty Rabbit in Miami's Wynwood section.
And he was having some drinks, met this lady, and said, hey, let's go back to my apartment.
Surveillance video shows them riding the elevator up to his place.
She offered to pour him a drink. He begins to sip on his drink, and about 3 sips in, he falls asleep.
He would wake up around noon the next day.
That his safe is open, all his jewelry is gone, and the female is nowhere to be seen.
She was long gone. Video from the elevator shows her taking the ride down solo with a double stack of solo cups.
We noticed that she has 2 solo cups in her hand. So she took hers so that we don't get DNA from that cup. And she takes the one that she served him so that we don't see what she put in that drink to drug him.
The cameras got a good look at the girl.
And we suspect that she's done it before.
That's why they want to catch her before she strikes again. And they have yet another warning for the late night party crowd.
We say it again and again, don't do it. Don't bring somebody to your house that you don't know. Do not accept a drink from somebody you don't know, because there's people like this that are preying on others.
Police say she got away with Rolexes, gold and diamonds worth about $600,000. If you recognize the woman in that video, reach out to Crime Stoppers, 305-471-TIPS.
Ray, you got your safe locked, right? Just to double check there, right? Yeah, but yeah, I mean, first of all, I thought it was a man. She has a very.
But I wonder, I mean, was it money or joy? I mean, because who has over $500,000 at home?
Right, because she didn't have like a whole bunch of stuff on her.
So, I mean, that's the question. Like, why do you have over $500,000 in your house?
Because it's Miami. It's new money.
Yeah. And he was probably showing off and whatever. And she's like, show me. And then, and gone. Right?
And I mean, why? And like, yeah, and like, how does she know where to find it? I mean, he probably was bragging about it.
Yeah.
Well, VIP club at a club.
Mm-hmm. You know how some people are. The only way that he would have opened up that safe is if he was bragging and she was like, show me.
Yeah.
A rich guy that talked about his money? No.
I think those did look real, Cammie. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, let's call it a night. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Tomorrow I'll release Nicola Bully at some point.
They were impressive, Cammie. I agree.
They were, yeah. I mean, mine hang down to the floor. I don't know what my problem is. Obviously, I'm doing something wrong.
The Lord enabled man to make beautiful things.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Alexa, thanks for coming and spending some time. Go get some rest.
Night.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Have a good night.
Yeah. Lewis, you go get some rest here.
Yeah, right. That's not going to happen.
No.
How many hours you have?
I've been working on 2 hours of sleep from yesterday, so it's been a long week. Yeah.
But you go home at 6, right?
Yep.
Hold on. Deb says, don't forget to go watch her video and give her a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to her. Alexa,
send the link. Put the link again so we can go.
Are you saying that you don't have her channel? You're not subscribed?
No, I have her channel. Of course I'm subscribed. But it's easier to just go.
Adam, drop, Adam. Let's go. Come on. Drop that link.
Could Deb just do this herself?
I know.
I'm just kidding.
Actually,
I'm already her personal assistant with Tom Webster.
Actually, Tom, I was like, are you bored by going around to different channels, mine and Deb's, and leaving comments? I'm like, are you bored? I like Tom. He's that dry sense of humor guy that, gives me a chuckle.
No, and the way he says it.
I don't find him very funny.
Adam, I was trying to build him up. For fuck's sakes, he's probably watching right now as you said that. Tom, don't worry about it. I got your back, dude.
Yeah.
Who's Adam?
Yeah. People are always like, "Oh, Tom's so funny," and I'm like, "Really?
Yeah.
Tom Webster?"
Right. It's more like, who's Tom? I love Tom. He's so witty. Yeah.
He's like,
the other day on one of my
the community college kind of.
Adam, the other day on one of my thumbnails, not on my actual thumbnail, but in my writing and my title, I wrote Burger. So he's like, Sonny, I think you got a little error.
He was waiting for that.
And then next thing I know, Deb shows me a comment on hers from Tom, and I'm like, and that's when I sent him a message on. And I'm like, dude, you bored? He's going around to our channels on putting comments today. I think he has a live coming up. I like how he schedules a live yesterday for like the 23rd, I think it is. Like a week from now. He's prepared. I told you, dork. Yeah.
Is it gonna be a 4-hour live?
You know it. I know, right? Anyways, you guys. You subbed to Deb's channel.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you guys go check out Deb's video. I'll go watch that next for you, Deb. I'll give you a thumbs down right now, though. Right now, it's gonna help the algorithm even more. I swear. No. Anyways, guys, yeah. Alexa, have a great night. Nice to see you again, of course. Lewis, thank you very much for giving us your thoughts.
Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for having me.
And again, if you guys haven't watched the start of this live, Adam's literally reading a script that was shorthanded in Kegan Kline's in the hearing yesterday. Okay, guys?
Yeah. From start to finish.
Yeah. Good bless and happy birthday to whose ever birthday it was yesterday. I can't remember now. It was somebody's. Sorry. Take care, guys. Bye, guys.
Sharon's birthday yesterday?
No, it wasn't Sharon. It wasn't Sharon that said that. Oh, yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
It was Sharon that said that.
Thank you, Lewis.
Because I was thinking Sharon, and I was like, no.
Sharon.
Right.
Hey, Lacey.
You got a pacemaker. Yeah. Good night, guys.
You guys have...
This is Sunny Justice and Aspen Connor from It's a Crime and Shame, wishing you all a good night.